Put my little electric chicken up there. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What is happening? 351 Cleveland. What it do? What it do? James Edwards. What's going on, brother? Sid Lewis, my man. What's happening? What's happening? What that Ross Barnett looking like, Sid Lewis? What that Ross Barnett looking like? I know you've been out there. My pops been telling me about it. Say been going down out there lately. They been down on the spillway. They saying the spillway is hitting pretty good right now. Down on the old Ross Barnett Reservoir. Say folks, I've been watching a couple guys I know back from home. They've been fishing down at the spillway. Been wearing out them slabs. Been wearing them slabs out. Just a pretty jig. I sure appreciate it. James Edwards, I sure appreciate it. See, Lewis, they been muddy. Really? Well, I know that Pearl River. Yeah, that Pearl River probably dumping some muddy water up in there right now. Mr. B, what it do? What it do? Cornell Harper, what it do? What the business is? Kevin Walker, what up? What up? What up? Crappie Red, what it do, bro? What it do? What it do? Have y'all been out on these lakes lately? Man, look, I know down here in the Houston area, I think last Tuesday we got hit with a tornado, and it's been raining ever since last Tuesday. So it rained all weekend. Couldn't go fishing. Rained all week. Today was the first day since in almost 2 weeks. Today was the first day we didn't get no rain. So it's been all this rain. I'm glad because they drew a few of the lakes down out here. Like Lake Somerville, they drew it down way too far. I think it was down like 6 feet. So I am glad that it is raining, but that lake it's not fed by a river system, so it's still gonna be a while for it to get back up to normal pool. Hopefully they don't do something dumb like that again. But Lake Houston is flooding almost probably. Well, it was the other day, but I think the waters went down some. Lake Conroe around normal pool. That's actually what I'm gonna be at tomorrow. So if y'all in the Houston area, holler at your boy. I will be at Lake Conroe. I'm trying to figure something out. We got the tournament, Crappie Masters, East Texas Crappie Trail tournament next Saturday at Lake Conroe at Stowaway Marina. So I got to figure something out about that lake. I don't fish it for crappie. I fish it for them big brim, them big bluegill be out there. So I fish them for that, but I don't fish it for crappie. So I'm gonna try to put a day in tomorrow, a full day, and try to figure something out. I just filled the boat up today. Most of the time, the difference between that aluminum boat and this fiberglass boat is definitely the gas tank. I usually don't let my tank get below half tank, so I'm not gonna put $50 in it and fill it up if it's on half a tank. I let it get down about a quarter tank and spent about $80 today to fill it up. So I definitely won't let it get lower than half a tank again. James Edwards, our lakes are frozen. Maybe this weekend I can try to fish. James Edwards, where are you at? I know you must be either in the Midwest or on the East Coast to be in some frozen lakes. Squiddo, what up? What up? Roy Dale, my guy, what it do? What it do? Devon 225, what's happening? What's happening? Mr. B said, it's all you, my brother. Ready to soak up this knowledge. For sure, for sure. I sure appreciate it. Oh, you're Missouri. Okay, okay. Yeah, it gets pretty cold up there. I did my basic training out at Fort Leonard Wood. My basic in AIT, and it got kind of cold. A few of the mornings was kind of cold up there. So I know Missouri definitely get pretty cold. But down here we call it cold because we getting in the 30s. Been in the 30s really all week and rain. I know in North Texas, Dallas, they was froze out. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow morning is gonna be like 37 degrees. So it's gonna be pretty cold in the morning, and I think it's supposed to get up to about 60 tomorrow or high 50s. So should warm up throughout the day. I'm glad next week we'll be back in the 60s and 70s next week. So I'm definitely glad about that. I'm over all this rain and cold weather. I'm over it. I've never liked the cold. I like to fish in the cold, which is crazy, but I don't like the cold. I don't like to be in the cold, but I like to fish when it's cold, when it's hot. It don't really matter. I like to fish. So, but it's something about catching those crop in that cold weather though. I love it. So, but yeah, man. I know all this rain we've been getting down in the south, and probably the Midwest, probably so too. But I know definitely down here in the south we've been getting a lot of rain. So we've been getting a lot more, especially the lakes with the river systems. We've been getting a little bit more stained water or muddy water, which I've kind of started to fall in love with this muddy water. I kind of like it now because I'm starting to understand crappie fishing a little bit better. By fishing in these tournaments, I'm starting to learn that muddy water is what you want. You can creep up on the crappie a little bit better, and they're not as spooky when you're in that muddy water. The only bad thing about when you're in some real muddy water is actually getting them to bite. But you can definitely creep up on them a lot easier. Squirrel said he just left Lake Houston. It's a trash pile and muddy. Yes, sir. That's what I don't like about Lake Houston. Yes, it definitely is muddy, but that's okay. I don't mind the mud now. But it's the trash. Man, you be on Lake Houston, y'all. Look, don't let nobody lie to y'all. Lake Houston ain't hard, but it's nasty. Look, you'll be in Lake Houston, you'll start seeing refrigerators floating past you, a mattress, a box spring, garbage cans, toilets, all kind of stuff float up and down that lake when it starts to flood. A whole tree, limbs, branches, everything float. That thing float every. I think people just take their trash out and dump it in the lake when it floods. That lake get real nasty when the water gets high or start to flood. It gets real nasty, and then it stay muddy for about a month. So the much rain we done got on that lake, it'll probably start to clear up probably the end of February, right around the spawn. 351 Cleveland said it's 39 degrees in South Carolina right now. Supposed to get down to 26 by the morning. Ooh, I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of no 20s. I don't want no parts of no 30s. Honestly, 40s, I'm all right. Them 20s, 30s, not so much. Maurice Clemens, what's going on? Devon25 said, Squiddo, you better stop talking about SK Lake. Man, that's a trash pile. 351 Cleveland. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I don't know why people love to text me while I'm on live. 351 Cleveland said, for us, bigger crappie seem to bite better in the colder weather. That is a fact. I agree to that. I definitely agree with somebody. Because in the colder weather, most of the time, that's when they're feeding and all that good stuff. So most of the time, you get those better bites when in the colder weather because they're feeding. Devon Duval said the turning winners on SK Live say Lake Houston is tough also. And SK had a big smile on his face when they said that. They just want to make him feel good. It's not. I can tell y'all this. If y'all come down to whenever y'all down in Houston, hit me up. I'm gonna take y'all to Lake Houston. We're gonna go catch up some fish. And it's just that simple. It's not as hard as SK make it out to be. The only hard thing about it is, I won't say hard. The only real challenge you have is Lake Houston have a lot of structure. It has a lot of brush piles and laydowns. Not standing timber, none of that, but it has a shit ton of structure on it. Brush piles, laydowns. So you'll have to hit 20 brush piles or laydowns or some kind of structure to get you 15 crappie. Because a lot of that structure don't hold fish. That's the only thing that's kind of hard. If you know how to move and you used to moving your boat a lot, then you won't have a problem on Lake Houston. It's the people that want to get on one brush pile and sit there for 3 hours and you only see 2 fish down there and you're trying to catch both of them and it take you 3 hours to catch them. If you understand crappie fishing and know, look, you got to cover a lot of water. If you cover water on Lake Houston, you're gonna come out there with some fish. And that's just all it is to it. It's not hard. It's not a hard lake. It's not. SK said if you can catch fish in Lake Houston, you can catch fish anywhere. Hell, I feel like you can catch fish anywhere. You can catch fish anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna still use some of the same concepts. But what I would like to see is SK come out of his element of fishing brush piles, sitting 1 foot on top of them, and coming out to East Texas, where you got to stay 15 to 20 feet off these brush piles or standing timber and catch some fish. It's a difference. Let me tell y'all something. It's a difference. Not just knocking on him, but just it's a difference when you are 100% brush pile fisherman and you sitting 1 or 2 feet off the pile. Because when you get to a lot of these other lakes, crappie is not going to let you get that close to them. You got to pitch out 15 feet from, 15 feet to them, or pitch out 20 feet to them. Sometimes I know I done been on some lake when once you get about 25 feet to them crappie, pew, them crappie gone. So it's a big difference when you're fishing a lake where you can sit on top of brush piles compared to when you got to actually use some skill and stay 15 feet away or 20 feet away or 10 feet away and catch crappie. It's a big difference. It's not the same. I can promise you that it's not the same sitting on top of a brush pile, 1 foot, 2 feet, or directly on top of a brush pile compared to fishing the rest of these lakes where you got to stay off. You got to have good boat control, and you got to stay off of these fish because they're real spooky. Crappie said, y'all, yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button too, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Devon 225 said he would put Lake Houston against any other lake in Texas as far as catching quality fish. That's why he's fishing it. That's not true. Don't let him lie to you. Now, my biggest fish I've ever caught come off of Lake Houston. A 273. I got that video on YouTube. And my biggest 7 fish I ever caught came off of Lake Houston. I think it was like 14 pounds or something. And actually, it's bigger than SK's biggest 7 he's ever caught. And he helped dig the lake. So he helped actually dig that lake back in 1900 something or whenever it was dug. So you can definitely, don't get me wrong. When you talking about quality, Lake Houston definitely give you some quality fish. But no, don't put the lakes I've been to in East Texas. Lake Houston don't want that smoke. Sam Rayburn, Merval, Toledo Bend. No. I mean, you can go to Conroe and catch bigger fish on Conroe, which is right next to Lake Houston, than you can catch on Lake Houston. Honestly. So, no. It's not true. Don't let them lie to you. JJ, what's going on, brother, man? Congratulations. Double salute to my guy, JJ. He done joined the Skeeter crew, got him a new glass Skeeter boat. Man, I love it, bro. I love it. I love it. Have you put it out on the water yet, JJ? Texas Crappie Assassin? Have you put it out on the water? I know you've been enjoying that glass boat. I know you had to at least put it on the water out there. And are you gonna have it all set up and ready for the tournament next Saturday on your lake? Lake Conroe. I'm gonna be out on your lake tomorrow trying to figure something out. I'm gonna be probably out there crying because I can't figure out how to catch crappie on your lake. I'm sure I probably catch a crappie. I haven't caught some crappie on it, but it's not a lake that I've spent a lot of time on. Like I was telling y'all last week, I've been here 9 years. I've probably been to that lake maybe 7 or 8 times, and most of that time was catching a big bluegill. Now, if y'all want to catch some big bluegill, some big brim, if y'all want to catch some big brim, go to Conroe, Lake Conroe in the summertime. They got some monsters out there. I swear to God they do. Devon 225 said, have a YouTube tournament with SK and let him fish Houston and you fish in East Texas Lake, and he would agree to that. That's fine. We can do that too. And I'll say what lake I'm going to. I'm going to the lake we got a tournament on in March. And I promise you, I'll probably beat them by 2 pounds. Probably 3 pounds out of the big 7. I'll probably beat them by 3 pounds. Won't even get close. It won't get close. Texas Crappie Assassin said, not yet. Gonna get it ready and do it right. And maybe ready for Merval. For sure. For sure. I understand it because I know when I bought my boat last October, I think it was October or September. It literally took me about a month to get, because I ordered, all new electronics. It probably took me about a month to get my boat tournament ready. Because I did all the work. I'm sure you're going to do the same thing, do all the work yourself. So I hooked all my stuff up myself, like I'm sure you're going to do. And so it definitely takes, and it feels better when you don't rush it too. Which I'm sure you already know. That's why you're taking your time. Taking your time and doing it so it's done right the first time. You ain't got to go back and do nothing. All you got to do is go fishing. So I definitely understand that. Jarvis said, "What up, vet? I'm back in Memphis, ready to find Sardis, ready to fish Sardis soon." I heard Sardis been jumping. I heard that everybody in Mississippi and in Memphis been going to Sardis because they can't get a boat out on Grenada. Everybody been running up to Sardis. I heard they've been getting some slabs about it there. Well, I ain't gonna say I heard. I've been seeing. I've been watching Facebook. A lot of people I know back at home, they've been running up to Sardis and been putting a show on up there. Donnell, Sacker Lake Bandit, what's going on, Donnell? Devon 225 said he will accept that challenge for sure. No, he won't. He won't. I can promise you that. He won't. Ask him. Ask him. I can hear him now. Those lakes are too easy up there. I want no parts of that. That's a whole nother ball game. And y'all heard it. Y'all heard me say it. I'm down for it. JLD said, "What's up, Ken? What's going on, JLD? Fishing." Devon 225 said, "I think LBG is in the East Texas club, but just never fished." Yeah, I think he's getting a few things together, but I think he probably joins it next season. I think he's getting a few things together, but I'm sure he'll join it next season. Cornell Hopper said, "Not going to Sardis, Lake Washington." I heard Lake Washington is just as good as Sardis. I've heard a few people talk about Lake Washington. Lake Washington, Sardis, Enid, Arca Butler. Those are the lakes that people don't talk a lot about because everybody worried about Grenada. I mean, and Grenada can stand on its own. But a lot of people, besides, the people from Mississippi or from the South Tennessee, they know about the Sardis. They know about the Lake Washington. They know about the Enid. They know about Arca Butler. They know they can get just as big a crappie there than they can in Grenada. Leonard Webb said, "Bronze Star Vet, what's good? Just tapping in to say what's up." I sure appreciate it, Leonard Webster. Sure appreciate it. Crappie Red said, "What batteries are you using on your trolling motor and how long do they last?" Well, I have yet to go to lithium batteries, which eventually I'm going to go to lithium batteries, but I just don't want to spend the money for them right now. I got a 24-volt system, so I only got 2 batteries. I only need 2 batteries. And I got some interstate batteries. I just got some regular old two interstate batteries, and they last 2 trips. I mean, I charge them every time I get done fishing, but I fished it 2 days straight. I know I can fish 2 full days, and probably a half a day. So I can almost get about 3 trips out of it. So, but I will probably be switching up to lithium sooner than later. Definitely gonna drop some weight. So one thing I did learn about having these fiberglass boats, it don't take much to slow your boat down when you're adding weight to it. Like you can add, having 3 regular batteries compared to 3 lithium batteries. 3 regular batteries, hell, you might lose 2 or 3, 4 miles per hour. So when I first got my boat, before I, started getting on it, I was just driving about 50, and then I got comfortable, and I got it up to 72 miles an hour, empty. And then I started adding the batteries, which I got a cranking battery. I have a cranking big battery. I got 2 big batteries for my trolling motor. I got another big battery for my 1222 Garmin screen. Then I have some small lithium batteries, which don't really weigh nothing. So with those 4 big batteries and adding 2 screens up front, 1 screen up in the back, it'll probably drop down to about 6. I'll probably go about 6 to 8 now. I done got up, I think, like 6 to 8 miles an hour. So, I mean, I done dropped 4 miles an hour just adding those extra batteries to it. So, that's one thing you got to keep in mind, too. When you're adding weight to your boats, you're definitely going to slow it down. I mean, going 68, 69 miles an hour is fast. It's fast to me, even if it ain't fast to y'all. It's fast to me. So, I like it, too, though. I ain't going to lie. That's one thing I don't like about East Texas. You can't open them up on East Texas because it's so stumpy out there. Like most of the lakes are in East Texas are real stumpy. So the good thing is you're gonna save a lot of gas. But if you do like to, get that little speed in, you really ain't gonna get that speed in out there because you're gonna hit some stumps out there. Now down here, I can get on Uh, I can go mid lake to South Lake on Conroe and just open it up and max it out. I can go on Somerville and open that thing up, open it wide open. I can go on Lake Houston if you know where the sand barges are. Uh, I can go on Lake Houston and open it up and max it out. But in East Texas, I don't know those lakes like that. I got mapping and all of that, but I don't know it like that. And if they don't have boat lanes, I definitely take my time because I don't want to buy a new lower unit and I don't want to poke a hole in my boat. So that's the thing. Devon 225 said yes. Warren Cotton fish is mostly eating and sorry. That's a fact. Yep. And then they got great crappie up there. They got 3 pounders up there too. Cornell Harper said I got them Walmart Group 29 specials last 2 days without a charge. Yep. I don't know what groups I got. I don't even be looking at that. See, that's the type of stuff, the detailed stuff that I have to get into. I just go like, okay, that's a deep cycle battery. Give me 2 of them. Throw it on the trolling motor and go. But I'm probably going to switch to, well, I can say probably, but I'm going to end up switching to lithium batteries. Do me some research, understand the groups and all that good stuff. Because I hear people talk about it all the time, but I don't be paying it no mind because I'm not going to buy none right now. But I know one thing about me, before I make purchases like that, like I know these lithium batteries, going to be $500 to $2,000 a piece. So I'm going to do my research then, a thorough research to figure out what I need and why is that and why is this and why is that before I go and spend money on big purchases like that. Sean Green, what's going on? What's going on? Ted Crappie said, how much gas you be going through compared to the old low boat? A whole lot. I was talking about that when I first got on live. So I learned real quick to not let my gas tank get below half a tank. But the last 2 trips I went out there and I ain't put no gas in it because I've been on Sam Rayburn, so I ain't put no gas in it. And I had about a quarter tank of gas, a little bit more than a quarter, between a quarter and a half maybe. And it took me $80 to fill it up on up. When I first got that boat, it was empty, and it took me gas was high. Gas was like almost $4 then. And I think it took me like $137 to fill it up. Now I try not to get it below half. So if I know now if I get between a half and a quarter, that's $80 and it's $3 a gallon right now. So that's about $80. So to fill it up, it's probably gonna be about 120, something like that, 130. Compared, I used to in my old low boat, I go put $25 in that thing and fish in that thing for three or four trips. I can literally go fish like I'm gonna be on Conroe tomorrow. If I want to run from Cagle, which is the north end, and run down to the south end and run back and run just driving fast, that mug gonna suck some gas up. By the time I leave, I might have an eighth of gas left. Like it drink gas. But what I learned is, as long as I'm going under 40 miles an hour, it don't drink a lot of gas. But once I hit 50, once you hit 50, you drink gas. And once you hit 60, you can almost watch the hand move. That's what I did. That's what I learned about glass boats and bigger motors. Yeah, you can get bigger motors, but you're going to pay bigger money for gas if you want to go fast. And that's what I did learn. Tess Crappie said, better safe than sorry. That is a fact. That is a fact, yeah. So that's one thing about, I love fishing East Texas Lake, but I know those are lakes that I'm not going to drive fast on. Devon 2-5 said, do crappie use leafy bottoms, branches, and rocks to lay their eggs? That is a great question. You hear everybody saying all kind of stuff, and I think it's all true. Some people say that a lot of these lakes with standing timber, that crappie lay eggs on the standing timber. Some people say that the black crappie love hard bottoms to lay their eggs. Some people say that white crappie love soft bottoms. I think crappie just lay their egg wherever they want to. Most of the time you're going to have those white crappie in the shallows on soft bottoms. Majority of the time, most lakes, but that's not all lakes. It's not a fact. So some lakes, maybe they don't. But from what I've seen, most white crappie do want a soft bottom, like a sand bottom or a mud bottom, where they lay their eggs at and they're going to run up shallow. Black crappie, I haven't ran into black crappie in a spoon to where I caught majority black crappie yet. And that's maybe because I'm fishing too shallow. So I honestly can't tell you, and I love to catch black crappie because they fight harder to me than white crappie. But tournament wise, I would rather catch the white crappie because most of the time they're gonna be bigger than the black crappie. So I kind of sort of understand the white crappie a little bit more. I know they're gonna be most of the time. Most of the time they're gonna spawn, especially in the spawn because it's coming up next month or the end of this month, depending on the weather. Um, Most of those like the soft bottoms, sandy bottoms, or whatever to lay their eggs compared to the black crappie. Kind of want that hard bottom. And if I'm wrong, somebody please chime in and let me know what y'all think because I do. I'm not a biologist, so and I'm not underwater with the fish. I'm just going on what things I've watched on YouTube. I watch crappie stuff on YouTube every day. So if anybody else have any more opinions, please drop it, man. Or even if they know. Like if they know for a fact that this is what crappie do, please put it in the chat so we can definitely talk about it. Darian Jackson said, "What up, Slab? Go get her. Need to get some more of them jelly belly Sprite jigs, man. You know I got you, bro. Just let me know. Look, I don't even make jelly bellies no more. But if you want them, I got you, bro. Real talk, real spill. If you want them, hit me up. Let me know how many you want, and I got you, bro." Texas Crop Assassin said, "For sure. Slick, what's going on?" The 1 2 5. So I'm asking cause that's what Cam says. That's what they do in his pond that he fish. Just curious. So, and then you gotta look at it too. When you're talking about a pond, you gotta think about it. You can talk about a pond, you can talk about a lake, and you can talk about a river. Those all three completely different water systems for crappie. They might spawn somewhere completely different in the river than they do in a man-made lake with no river system. Then in a pond, they might spawn some completely different. So everything's gonna be different. So for him, it might be what it is because he's been on that pond for a long time. So he might know a lot more about it than I do because I don't pond fish. So that could be true. I'm not sure. MC said, "Yo, Kenny, what up? Callie's in the building. Double salute to you, man. What it do? What it do? MC. Double salute. Callie's in the building." Crappie said, "Amped outdoor, 24 volt, 80 amp hour, $1,200. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm not a fan of spending $1,200 on some batteries, but they last. They worth it. I'm not saying that they're not worth it. And the sad thing about it, I'm going to get them. I'm going to give me some more lithium batteries. Right now, I only have lithium batteries on my. I have a lithium battery on my black box, my 10-inch Humminbird Helix on the console, and I have two aerators in my live well, and both live wells. I got two aerators in them, and I got my lithium batteries on those, the little small lithium batteries. I think they're like 10 or 12 amp hours, and they last basically all day. So, but eventually I'm gonna have to give me a lithium cranking battery and two lithium batteries for my trolling motor. Romero Davis said, "What it do, Skinny? Slab Doc, my man, what it do, what it do?" Yeah, man. Did y'all check out that weigh-in today? I don't know if y'all watched it. It was the first time ever they did live. They did the live. They was live fishing at the Crappie Masters Elite Series, which I love. It was fun watching it. The Crappie Masters Elite Series out on Red River. If y'all haven't, man, tune in tomorrow on Facebook between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. They're gonna have it's live footage. They're gonna be on the top 3 guys out of today. I know y'all already know who number one after day one. Who number one is? That Mississippi bully. I think he got a nice little lead on everybody. I think he got 14-14. I think the next person in second got 13-33. So Hayden Jeffries, he's in lead right now. On the Crappie Master Elite Series, they're fishing the Red River. I think pools 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 or something. But if y'all want to check out the live footage, because the top 3 from the day, they supposed to have a camera in their boat. So the top 3 from the day gonna have a camera in their boat. And if y'all want to watch some live crappie, I want to watch it just because I want to see what Hayden Jeffrey is doing. I would love to see. He that man is a beast. Like JJ just said, I love to watch a kid. That's well, he's not a kid. He's an adult. But I love to see a young person that's 22, 23 years old and beating the crap out of everybody. And then he's from Mississippi. Then he grew up like 15 miles from me. We grew up fishing the same lake, the Ross Bonnet Reservoir. So it's fun to see how he just dominates this competition. So they will actually have a camera on his boat tomorrow. So if y'all want to see how the best crappie fisherman in the world, how he fishes, y'all got a chance to see it live tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the Crappie Masters page on Facebook. Texas Crappie said, your skeeter have 2 split live wells? Yes, it does, sir. It does. It got 2 split live wells. So I put an aerator in each one. A bubbler. Not an aerator. I say a bubbler, aerator. I guess they're the same thing. To keep oxygen in there, I got 2 in each one. Yeah, I got the split in the back. The 125 said, I saw a video about frying walleye wings, and they sure look good. The wings is below the jaw, and it has 2 fins attached. I cut them off of crappie too. On the walleye, it's flat though. See, Lamar, Slab Doc, Lamar can tell you more about that. I've never caught a walleye. I've never seen one in real life, so it sounds good. And I heard walleye give crappie a run for their money when they're talking about taste. But I've never tasted one, never caught one. But I would love to catch them and eat them because I heard they taste good. See, Lewis said, I can buy 15 group 29 battery for what 1 lithium battery is. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. So that's been my thing. Like I said, I ain't had no problem with my batteries. And I also thought about just going with the Blue Top Ultima batteries, and they're probably what I go to. I mean, they only $200 a piece. And I know they last for forever. The Blue Top Deep Cycle Optima batteries, that might be my route. I might just give me 1 big lithium battery for my cranking, and just put me 2 Optima Blue Top batteries, Deep Cycle Blue Top batteries for my trolling motor. Texas Crop Sands are hating a beast. Yes, sir, he is. Sean Green said, anybody know how to fix a spinning reel that the drag won't sit? When you tighten it down and it just keeps pulling out with no resistance. The gear is probably stripped out in it. I've had a couple do that, but I bought a cheap one so I could throw them away. Look, I bought them since I had the Cash King reels, I haven't had no problem with them. But I've had other reels, which I'm not going to bash no other company reels, but I've had some other reels that definitely happened to, and I just throw them away. But I'm telling you, if you want to get a good deal, check out Amazon or eBay. And check out the Cash King series reels. They're like $25. I use the 500 series. I want the smallest reels they make. I don't even want to pull them out right now. But I got the smallest. I use the smallest reels they make, and they're about $25. I've been using them now for a little while. Have not had one issue with them. I'm telling y'all. I mean, and if you crappie fishing, you vertical jigging, you don't need no $70, $60 reel, unless that's what you want. But for me, I'm vertical jigging 99% of the time, so I have no reason to. I just want me a good, dependable reel, and I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all this. Go online. Now, Cash King got a lot of reels, but you go online and you look for those. They only got 2 of them. That's the 500 series. That's the small ones. One of them is black and blue, and the other one is like white and light blue. And those 2 are the 500 series reels, and I have 0 issues out of them. I have one on every rod I have. Every single rod that I have, I got a Cash King reel on it. And I love them. I have no problem with them. Texas Crappie says, I'm watching LOL. Look, I'm going to be on Lake Conroe trying to figure out what these fish at, and I'm going to be watching it because I want to see what is this man Hayden Jeffrey doing out there. Devon25 said SK said Hayden couldn't do what he do on the lakes in Lake Houston and win. Look, check this out. This man is in Mississippi. He done won on every lake out there. The man that went to Louisiana, he whooping ass and taking names. The man went all the way to Branson, Missouri and whooped ass and taking names on a clear lake that he went 50 miles up the lake in the river and found muddy water. Trust me. And as muddy as Lake Houston is, get that man a week. That man will be catching 15, 16 pounds out of Lake Houston too. I promise you that. Okay, just like to hear yourself talk sometime. Y'all ain't learned that yet. I have. Devon225 said, Cash King reels are the truth. They are, man. I love them. For $25 and they're very dependable. I have no problem out of them. Haven't had one yet. And I love it. MC said, Devon225, LOL, no comment. I'm actually tired of hearing about that. Like, it ain't nothing special, y'all. I swear to Jesus Christ. Lake Houston ain't nothing special. It's just a normal lake that's muddy and trashy. You got floating dogs, floating elephants, giraffes. You go on that mud. Look, I was finna start cursing like crazy. If you go on Lake Houston right now, you will see a floating dog, a dolphin, a whale, a refrigerator, a mattress, a box spring, a couch, a body. Like you gonna see all kind of crap floating out there. It's a nasty lake, honestly, when it floods. But I mean, it's a decent fishery, but it's a nasty, muddy lake. It's nasty. It's a dump. It really is like somebody just go out there and just dump their trash in it and let it float down the lake. Bottom line on those, said caught some crappie last week with a small jigging spoon. That's the beauty of crappie fishing too. The beauty of crappie fishing is like you can use so many things. What I do like, I'm glad he said that. What I do like about the Elite Series, I hope y'all check it out tomorrow. The Crappie Masters Elite Series is no minnows. So I know a lot of people used to say that Hayden Jeffries, he's a minnow fisherman. Well, he proved today, in the Elite Series, you don't use no live bait. You have to only use artificial only. And he almost got a pound lead over second place. So he's proven today that he's that guy. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Going back to what Bottom Line Outdoors was saying, the beautiful thing about crappie, man, like you can just try so much stuff out there and catch them, because you just never know. Like you said, he was with a small jigging spoon. I would have never tried a small jigging spoon, but he's catching them out there, you know. And that's the beautiful thing about crappie is once you unlock them for the day, man, you feel good when you go home. Now you might try tomorrow, it might not work, but just unlocking them for the day that you're on their lake, and it might work for the next 10 years. You never know. Shaw Khan Wright said, long time no here. What it do, bro? Bubba G, what it do? What it do? What it do? Slab Doc Lamar said, Lake Houston is an easy brush pile lake. Hayden would beat the brakes off of SK and anybody else there. I was just saying that earlier, though. That I was like, I think somebody said they heard that Lake Houston is hard. I said Lake Houston ain't hard. Lake Houston just got a lot of brush piles and a lot of lay down, a lot of structure. You just, if as long as you're not one of those guys that sit there all day on a pile, you will catch a lot of fish on Lake Houston. You just might have to hit 20 piles or 30 piles to catch a limit of fish. You're gonna have to hit a lot of stuff. You're not gonna sit there and hit 3 piles and think you're gonna catch 20 fish. You might hit 3 piles and not catch nothing. But if you go out to Lake Houston, because it's plenty of structure, you know how to use down imaging, side imaging, and just start fishing structure. Eventually, you're gonna catch some fish out there. So it's not a hard lake. It just has a lot of structure that you got to comb through. Bud Crisco, my guy, what it do? What it do? Devon225 said he's gonna start his tournament when the new marina gets finished. It's already open. I would say that it's open. Devon225 said, yep, Devon225 said, yep. He said you have to keep moving to catch fish. Yeah, that is a fact. That is a fact. You do have to keep moving on Lake Houston to catch fish. I do agree with that because there's so much structure on it. So that lake floods so much, so you can imagine how much structure is in it. It's trees everywhere. These trees falling down in the lake. Like for like 3 years straight, they was bringing a barge out there every year to clean some of the structure out the lake. That's how much structure was in that lake. For like 3, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, Lamar? They had like big barge boats, like 4 and 5 barge boats cutting out some of the structure out the lake and loading it up on the barge and hauling it out, putting it on dump trucks and hauling it out. So that shows you how much structure is on that lake. So if you don't like moving a lot, then no, don't go to Lake Houston. Unless it's the springtime and you find them in the springtime out there, you ain't gotta go too far in the spawn. But other than that, yeah, you definitely gotta hit a lot of structure out there because there's a lot of structure in that lake. Just because it floods so much and there's so much trash in it. Celeb Doc Lamar said, "Good luck to all three contestants at the Lake Houston tournament." Bruh, I wasn't ready for this. So I read that comment without looking at. Most time I look at comments first before I read it. I didn't look at that comment before I read it. Wow, that's probably all that's gonna be out there. Texas Crop Assassin said they putting the club together. But you said why do SK fishing so much? Because that's the only lake he can catch fish on Conroe. But some thing about Conroe, sometimes Conroe can be stingy, and it'll run your ass clean off the lake. But Lake Houston, I mean, he been fishing for the last 223 years. He been fishing for the last 223 years, so he know it. They're just like asking why do Cam fish his pond in his backyard so much? Because that's what he know. He don't know nothing else. Just because he don't know nothing else. That's why he won't join our trail. That's the real reason why he ain't gonna say it. He don't wanna sound like he don't know what he doing. So he don't want to say it. But that's why he won't join the East Texas Crappie Trail. The Crappie Masters East Texas Crappie Trail. That's why he won't join it, because it's a lot of lakes out there in East Texas that you can't sit a foot away from a brush pile and catch fish. It don't work like that. I mean, you can, but you ain't gonna be in. You're gonna be the last place every time. On those lakes, you got to fish standing timber a lot. You got to fish lay down. But with a lot of them lakes out there, you got to stay 10, 15, 20 feet away from these fish. And what's one thing I've noticed with him, he loves to sit on top of piles or 3 to 5 feet away from piles. And that ain't going to work on a lot of lakes in East Texas. They ain't going to let you get that close to them. I've seen some lakes where you get within 20 feet of crappie. And they ain't, look here, SK, you are here. Why you don't want to join the East Texas Crappie Trail? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know the truth. God damn it, we want to know the truth. Okay, look, Texas Crappie Assassin just said, on Grenada, they had to stay 30 feet off the fish. That's a whole nother ball game. He said, why fish East Texas when you can catch slabs in Lake Houston? He's not going to burn his gas like that. Well, I would say this. Y'all see my last little quick video I did out on East Texas? You ain't going to see that coming out of Lake Houston. And that's all I got to say. I got guys ready to pay big money to go out to East Texas, and they stay in the Houston area. That says it all. Y'all see, if y'all on my Facebook, y'all on my Instagram, y'all see what I did the last time I was at Sam Rayburn. I had 2 guys on the boat, and they wanted to go on the guide trip, and took them out to Sam Rayburn. Y'all see a whole bench full, the seats full, the table full. And I'm talking about these ain't no 10, 11 inches. These 13 to 16 inches. You ain't gonna do that on Lake Houston. You're not. Like Lake Houston got some good quality fish, but you ain't putting no numbers in like that with quality. Now, one thing I will say, Lake Houston, you can catch about 308 inches. But numbers like that, it ain't gonna happen. Mr. B said cap. Who capping? Who capping, Mr. B? The one dude I said, SK, would you fish Skinny Kenny in a YouTube tournament? If he can fish, if you can fish Lake Houston and Kenny can fish in any East Texas lake, I'm down for it. I already got the lake I'm going to, and I'm down whenever he ready. Whenever you ready, SK. If you want to do a YouTube tournament against me, and I pick my lake, I'll pick my lake in East Texas, and you pick Lake Houston. I'm gonna beat the brakes off you. I'm gonna retire you. Then she said, how would you like the road runner with a plastic rub? I really don't fish road runners. Or grubs. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm mostly just a hand tie guy. Or when I fish plastics, I fish a lot of plastics too. Most plastics I fish are the baby shad profile. But I've seen a lot of people catch. For to me, in my opinion, because I could be 100% wrong. I feel like the road runners are more for people that casting, because you got the blade on it and the blade be fanning when you casting. So I think, and there, a lot of guys that went to there, a lot of live scope guys or forward facing sonar guys have a lot of forward facing sonar guys have went to casting a lot compared to vertical jigging now. Marco Hen said, "What's your favorite crappie lake?" If SK challenged me, I would show you. Uh, but uh, uh, but for real though, favorite crappie lake just catching a lot of numbers and quality and numbers is Sam Rayburn. Sam Rayburn is definitely, and I've only been there 3 times, and it's already my favorite lake. I love it. I love it. I'm actually planning on going there. Next weekend, we have the tournament on Conroe. The weekend after that, we are going to back to Sam Rayburn. I might put a video out. If y'all want a video, y'all let me know. God's willing, after the tournament next Saturday, the next following Saturday, I'm gonna be on Sam Rayburn. So if y'all want a video, let me know. I have time to shoot a video. Then let y'all know. Let y'all see what Sam Rayburn working with. SK said, if you knew where to go, every lake has non-spooky fish. The boys that win on those other lakes ain't casting. Hayden Jeffries, I ain't saying nothing about casting. Hayden Jeffries, vertical jigs all day, every day, and spanking all y'all. I bet he ain't sitting 1 foot on top of the fish. I bet you that. I bet you he ain't sitting 3 feet on top of a brush pile. I bet you that. I guarantee you he got a 16-foot rod or 18-foot rod and he made it pitching out to him. I bet you that. I can guarantee you ain't nobody sitting on top of no fish catching them. I can guarantee you that. Cornell Harper say, Kenny, why are you doing Mr. Houston like that? I'm just being honest. Hey, look, don't bash my name like that because I am not a cheater. I am not a cheater. Don't bash me like that now. I've never called you a cheater now. Don't do that because I'm definitely not a cheater. I don't do that. He said Kenny a cheater and can't be trusted. I'm gonna tell you how bad the whooping will be. I will get my phone, charge it up, and go live the whole time. I'll go live, show y'all my live well, my cooler, everything. Get on the boat, go to my area with my fish, and keep my phone on live the whole time. Give me about 4 hours. I'll give SK a full day, and I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him. And that's for real. Now, them East Texas lakes, I'm serious. Lake Houston can't compare to that. Y'all know I'm not a cheater. I don't get down like that for real though. Slab Doctor Hayden Jeffrey pitches to his fish. He knows better than to get on top of fish. That is true. I think he do. We're gonna see tomorrow. Like I said, if y'all want to see Hayden Jeffries in action tomorrow on Crappie Masters, if y'all go to Crappie Masters page on Facebook, they supposed to have the camera in the top 3 guys that finished today, which Hayden Jeffries, of course, finished #1, and I forgot the other 2 teams. But they're gonna have cameras in them boats, and you can watch them live fish. I really can't wait to see how this guy actually fishes in tournaments, because I mean he a bad son of a gun. Cornell Hop said they're all scared of their home lake. I'm not. I mean, that's not my home lake either. I mean, Ross Barnett Reservoir is my home lake. But I'm not scared of Lake Houston. The problem is you scared to get off of Lake Houston. That's the problem. You're scared to get off of Lake Houston. Now, once you get off of Lake Houston and you join some of this, get some of this smoke from these guys on these other lakes beside Lake Houston, then we can talk again. Mark Henn said, you should go to Lake Conway in Arkansas. They have plenty of hubcap crappie. I heard Arkansas got some monsters too. Quietly kept. I heard Arkansas got some grown women and men out there in that lake. I heard that Arkansas has some great quality crappie. SK said Lake Houston and Lake Conroe both get these boys' numbers. Now, SK. Now, I would say Conroe have because I've fished it 7 or 8 times in 9 years I've been here. But Lake Houston, no, come on. I got plenty of videos on YouTube of Lake Houston. I caught my biggest crappie off of Lake Houston. I caught a bigger seven fish than you ever have off Lake Houston. So Lake Houston ain't got my number. That's not true. When you catch you a bigger seven fish than I have on your lake, then you come and holler at me. Cause right now I hold that title. You might have beat me in the get-togethers, but until you can beat my weight of seven fish, which I have a YouTube video weighing them and catching them, and I have the pictures to prove it. So I can't just say it. Just go back and watch my video. The name of the video is my personal best day ever or crappie fishing or whatever. It's on YouTube. Y'all go back and look at it. You're going to see me catching those fish. You're going to see me weighing those fish. And until SK can get a bigger seven fish than I can on his lake, I own him. I'm definitely not scared of Lake Houston, but it's more out there than Lake Houston, though. Why be trapped on one lake? No, I would never. If I fished Lake Houston my whole life, I would have never learned about all these other things about crappie fishing that you can do that you can't do on Lake Houston. Danny Schubert said, "How you doing, Skinny Kenny? It's been a while since I joined July." What's going on, Danny? SK said, "None that fish those community hoes have to worry about spooky fish." That's not true. And you can go on places that's non-community hoes and still find spooky fish. Like I said, come join the East Texas Crappie Trail and come sit 1 to 5 feet off of brush piles and see where they land you. That's all you gotta do. Basically, get off of Lake Houston, get off of Lake Conroe, and come on to East Texas. Use the same thing you do on Lake Houston and the same thing you do on Conroe. And you come out to East Texas, join the trail, and let's see what happens. You're going to quit after the first lake. I promise you. Darren J said, "Won't y'all have a tourney show down on Lake Houston?" That man helped dig Lake Houston. He helped dig Lake Houston. So I'm not going to fish a tournament on Lake Houston because he has the advantage. That's why I told him to join the East Texas Crappie Trail. And let's head on to East Texas where nobody got the advantage and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens then. But he definitely got the advantage. I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you're going to fish a tournament on Lake Houston and this man helped dig the lake back in 1836, this man know where every brush pile is on Lake Houston. Lake Houston is a brush pile lake, predominantly brush pile lake. So if you are 100% brush pile fisherman and you helped dig the lake back in 1836, you're gonna have an advantage. Why go to a lake where you got the advantage? If you are a good crappie fisherman, why do you want to go on a lake where you got the advantage at? I mean, if I'm saying I'm a great crappie fisherman, I'm a this. Let's go to a lake where you don't got the advantage on. Let's see how great you are. Bottom line, I said last week fishing a jigging spoon. When I turned off my electronics, I started catching. Sounds great. See, Darren, all you doing is hyping up SK. SK said people scared to fish the lake where he got the advantage on, but he's scared to fish against other people on lakes he don't got the advantage on. Prime example. Everybody knows that he fishes Lake Houston and Conroe. We have a East Texas Crappie Trail tournament February the 11th, which is next Saturday. I want y'all 39 people on this live. Ask SK, is he fishing the tournament on Conroe? Y'all ask SK, is he fishing? I want to see it in the comments. Y'all ask SK, are you fishing the Crappie Masters East Texas Crappie Trail on Lake Conroe, which is your home lake? Ask him, is he fishing it next Saturday? I ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna let him answer. Cornell House, I didn't say that. Didn't say what? Danny Shooter said, it ain't personal, Kenny. It's been on daddy duty for, I've been on daddy. Oh, no, it's all good, Danny. It's all good, man. I understand. Like, I haven't been going on live lately. Like, I just started going back on live last week, so. SK, I tell you what, SK. You said no need to drive by a crappie when you can catch them on the home lake. That's true. But one thing I do believe in, if people pay for a guide trip with me, I want them to have, if it's 2 people plus me, we gonna have a 3-man limit. Put 3 people on your boat, SK, 2 other people and yourself, and catch a 2-man limit on Lake Houston. Not a 3. Catch a 2. Fuck it. Catch a 1-man limit on it with 3 people. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I can have 2 people call me today, right now, and say, hey, man, I need to go catch 75 crappie. Me, my homeboy, or me, my wife, me, and somebody else, and you. I want you to take me to a lake, and I want to catch a 3-man limit. I want to catch 75 crappie. I can do that, no doubt about it. I have no problem doing it. And I ain't talking about no 10 or 11 inch. I'm talking about some 13 to 16 inch crappie. We can catch 75 in a day. We can catch 75. And no doubt in my mind, I'll give you money back if we can't. I will give you your money back if we can't. Can you say the same? Can you put them on 2 limits? Can you put them on 1 limit? Maybe. I don't do maybes. Slab Doc said have limited out every time I fish like him the last 2 years on 2 jigs. Time to move on. That's what I'm saying. Y'all go look at my YouTube. Go look at my YouTube. Look at my Lake Houston videos. I catch crappie all the time on Lake Houston. Lake Houston ain't nothing special. I'm telling you, it's nothing special. It's a trash lake with raccoons and shit floating in it right now. It's flooded with trash, toilet paper, flushable wipes, raccoons, elephants, giraffes floating down that mud right now. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go somewhere where I'm gonna be fishing. I'll be sitting on the spot fishing and the refrigerator come floating past me, or a bathtub come floating past me. I don't want to deal with that. Little Robin said, what's up, Ken? I love the real man. Moss Point, Mississippi, the Ville, the Mississippi. My home state is in the building. Double salute, Little Robin. Slab Doc said, SK said Slab Doc, a mouth can say anything. But, let's go back to it. Let's go back to this. Did you hear what he said when I said I'm willing to take the challenge? You go on Lake Houston. Let me pick the lake I go on in East Texas, and I'm going to beat the brakes off of you. I'm going to beat the brakes off of you. Since Lake Houston is so great and you don't have to pass by to catch fish, let me go to this lake in East Texas, and it's not Lake Fork, and it's not Lake of the Pines. Let me go to this lake in East Texas, and you go to this lake, to Lake Houston, and I probably only need about 4 hours, and you're going to need 8, and I'm going to beat the brakes off of you. Probably beat you by 3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds at them 7 fish. That way. Marco Hen said, what's your favorite line for crappie fishing? I use Mr. Crappie High Biz 4 to 6 pounds. I've been using this same line probably 8 years now. I use Cast King braid, low viz, 10 pounds. I used to use 8 pounds. I went up to 10 pounds. I've been using it for years. I use low viz braid, 10 pound braid. That's straight braid. That's all I use. I use low viz, 10 pound Cast King braid. Tez Crappie said, time to go. Still time to sign up. SK, sign up. It's on your lake. Sign up. Devon 225 said, hinting me too. That is some strong fishing line for sure. SK said, I'm bigger than that. I run my own tournament trail. Sound like an excuse to me. Sound like you scared. Now you should have the advantage on this lake. Like Lake Houston is 1A for you, and Lake Conroe is 1B. You don't want to challenge these other guys that don't know. These guys coming from Dallas, East Texas. They don't know Lake Conroe like you know Lake Conroe. You don't want to come and beat us? You don't want to come beat us on Lake Conroe? It's still time to sign up, like JJ said. It's still time to sign up. You don't want to come beat us on your home lake? Slab Dr. Lamar said, do a tournament at a neutral lake, Texana, Limestone, Coletto Creek, and I'll be there. That's another challenge out there, SK. Slab Doc said, do a tournament on Texana, Limestone, Coletto Creek. I don't know nothing about them. What you gonna do? Devon 25 said, if Lake Houston big enough to have a major crappie tournament, it's big enough. Most definitely it is. I mean, we fished lakes that was smaller than that. So it's definitely big enough to have. Depending on how many people you're going to have. If you have 30 people, 40 people, yeah, they definitely can hold that many people. SK said, what about the tournament I spanked all y'all on your private lake, Gibbons Creek? That's not a private lake. It's private now because somebody bought it. It's a local lake. Anybody could fish it back then. And you didn't spank us. I mean, I actually won big fish. You didn't beat me by a few ounces. Don't act like you spanked somebody. But if you are so great, go to your Lake Houston. I'm gonna make it sweet for you. I'm gonna give you 8 hours on Lake Houston. 8 hours. Give me 4, maybe 5 hours on the lake I choose in Texas. And let's go. We can put how much money you want to put. We can put pink slips down if you want to. We can put how much money you want to down. I'm going to give you 8 hours. Give me 4 to 5 hours. I'm going to beat the brakes off for you. And I'm going to show people that Lake Houston ain't as good as you say it is. But it's easy. You can catch fish on it. But it ain't no Grenada. It ain't even no Lake Fork. Slab Dog said, chicken out of 3 consecutive Somerville tournaments. I got the text. And that is true, too. We invited you to 3 tournaments on Somerville, and you bagged out of those, too. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what it is. I know what it is. SK, I know what it is. You know when you get to these East Texas, if you join our trail, the East Texas Crappie Trail, you can't sit with that remote in your hand. You're going to have to learn how to use that foot pedal. Because one thing about it, when you tournament fishing, you can't sit on that beep, 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 beep. You can't do this. Beep, 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 beep. You can't do that. You're going to get whooped. Because the pros don't use that. Them pros use foot pedals. Them pros use foot pedals. So you know you can't sit there with that mud dangling like this and say beep, 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 beep. You can't do that in tournaments. You're going to get on that foot pedal. That's probably why you don't join it. That's why you don't join them tournaments. Oh, I know. He will if you pay his fees. He ain't going to join if you pay his fees. I tried to pay him last year. If you go back and look on my live last year, I tried to pay him to fish some of it. He ain't gonna fish. Try to pay him to fish Conroe. He ain't gonna fish Conroe. It's still time right now. He said, Gibbons Creek tournament. You did win. You didn't spank, man. But you did win. I give you that. You did win. You caught 7 bigger fish than I did. I agree 1,000,000%. But I will cut my time in half. Since Lake Houston is so great and everybody's scared to go to Lake Houston, I will cut my time in half. You get on Lake Houston. Let me pick the lake I'm going to. And I'm going to beat the brakes off you. Cam is commercial all day. Darren said, go to Fork and have a head-to-head battle. Not numbers, but biggest weight. One of the best fisheries in the U.S., but will humble you at the time. That's a fact. That is a fact. I agree. SK ain't finna go to no Fork. Because you got to get on that foot pedal. He got to go somewhere where he can sit on a brush pile and do this. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Can't do that on them type of lakes. Look, Lamar said Darian Jackson. I meet him there in a heartbeat. I ain't hating SK. I ain't hating, but see, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, SK. You go on your live and you be throwing shots at people like a bully, and I don't like bullies. I like to bully the bully. So you be throwing shots at people. People be want look. These people that be on your live, they just enjoy crappie fishing, just like the people on my live. No, I don't have the men's people on my live that you have on your live, but these people love crappie fishing. And if they want to have a pole on their boat, let them folks have a pole on their boat. You be bashing these folks across the head, talking about, I hate the pole. Don't use a pole. You be bullying these folks when they be using minnows. Talking about, don't use minnows. Let these folks use what they want to use to go catch crappie. As long as they catching crappie, I don't care if they in a kayak with only one side paddle that's split in half and broke with a cane pole with some 60-pound monofilament and catching crappie. I don't care as long as they catching crappie. But you be bashing these people that like to use minnows. You be bashing these people that like to use poles. So you be talking. So I tell you what, SK be bullying these folks and talking bad about them. I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine. It ain't personal. If you taking it personal, I'm sorry for you. Cause whatever you say about me, I don't take it personal. I definitely don't take it personal. I actually laugh at it. I'm part comedian, believe it or not. I was a class clown in high school. I've always been a fool, y'all. I've always joked. It is some realness to what I be saying, but I don't take stuff to heart like that. So I mean, if you take it to heart, then hey. He said, "Why so much hate? You not Doc. Ain't never beat me, and will never, regardless of the lake." Well, come on, let's do it. I told you. Give me half the time you need on Lake Houston. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. Give me half the time you need on Lake Houston. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. And now I'm not joking. I'm not being a comedian. I'm actually being serious right now. You get on Lake Houston. I'm gonna get on Lake in East Texas. If you need 9 hours, give me 4.5 hours. If you need 3 hours, give me 1.5 hours. Big as 7. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. SK's crappie adventures, they don't want you to prove it. They think you can only fish Lake Houston. That's the only lake he fishes. He fish Conroe sometimes, but I don't think he that confident on Conroe. That's why he ain't coming out there and fishing the tournament. Those facts though. Slapdog said, SK, you bring this hate on yourself, sir. Your mouth does nothing but create drama. Stop and listen to yourself sometime. Mr. B said, not the brakes. The brakes. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him. I wish he would challenge me to a YouTube tournament with the biggest 7 fish. I might have 4 fish that's gonna outweigh himself. I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him. Darren James like, Slab Dr. Mark, man, y'all might have a battle that needs to be set up. Big Fish Capital for real, for real. I'm down. I've never in my life went to Lake Fork. I haven't been to Lake Fork ever in my life. We actually got the tournament is in April. It's gonna be on Lake Fork. So God willing, everything is copacetic. I will be on Lake Fork for the first time for our tournament in April. But I've never been on Lake Fork before. Never fished it. Never even seen it. I've seen it on videos. I've never even seen Lake Fork in real life. But I'm down to the challenge SK on it. Never seen it, never been on it. He done fished Lake Fork before. I beat the brakes on my own Lake Fork and I ain't never even been there before. SK said nothing but the truth, Lamar. Most can't handle the truth. Danny Schubert said Cam said he wants to challenge you, Kenny, to a one-on-one fishing match on your home lake for $500,000 this weekend. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm willing to go $500,000. I'll try it. Let's do it. Y'all claim private lake until the tournament. Gibbons Creek. Gibbons Creek was not a private lake. Why you keep saying private lake? It was a regular lake that anybody could fish on. All you do was drive out there. Now, since you want to speak on it, do I have that video? I might have that video on YouTube. Since you want to talk about Gibbons, let's talk about Gibbons. You remember what happened when you got in that standing tournament at Gibbons? How many fish you had? I had a limit. Bluegill had a limit. How many fish you had when you got in that standing tournament? So what did I do? What did I do? I pointed you in the right direction. Said, SK, go over there by them rocks. There's brush piles over there. And you start catching fish. If we want to talk about Gibbons, let's keep on with the truth. Didn't I tell you where to go catch some fish? Because you can catch fish in standing timber. Did I just say that out loud? Oh, I did. Stop saying that out loud, boy. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Ted Crappie said that was a couple years ago as well. I know I've learned a lot since then. That's a fact. We've all have, except for one person, because they're a one-trick pony, brush pile fishermen. They're brush pile fishermen. They sit on top, sit 1 to 3 feet from pile, 1 to 5 feet. You can't do that in no tournaments. That's the problem. You can't sit on top of this stuff in these tournaments. But I agree 100%. That was 2 years ago. That's before we knew half of the stuff we've learned since we joined this East Texas Crappie Trail. I learned they learned a whole lot more. You better believe that. If you would have joined, you would have learned a lot more. Slab Dog said, please let the Gibbon Creek thing go. That was no damn tournament. Stop. Hell, I showed up at noon and let my son fish. Man, I'm embarrassed for you right now. Just stop talking to SK. SK said, I never said Houston was better. But what I do say is y'all can't catch fish on it until it's easy. That's not true. I catch fish in the wintertime. I got the videos. I got videos pre-live scope. You must forget. I was one of the last guys to get live scope. I got videos of catching crappie in the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall on Lake Houston. Pre-live scope, without live scope. With just down imaging. Don't do that. You must forget I got videos too. Look at the videos. I caught the biggest 7 fish that you ain't never caught. I caught over 14 pounds on Lake Houston with no live scope. You ain't never caught no 14 pounds on Lake Houston for your 7 biggest fish. What are you saying? Quit playing. Don't do that. I got video, man. Come on now. Slab Dog said, get some nuts, then get some class. Devon said, beep, 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 beep. Leonard Roberts said, top lipping, boat flipping, where SK out? SK ain't gonna leave Lake Houston, y'all. The LOL, now that's an excuse, and you should be embarrassed to say that. Beep, beep, beep. Hilarious, dude. SK is a clown. Darren said, SK, you might have to take a trip and show out. Give them boys what they looking for. That's all I'm asking. Give me what I'm looking for. And I'm not ashamed to say, man, SK beat me. I'm not ashamed to say like that don't hurt my feelings. Look, I've joined the East Texas Crappie Trail in 1.5 seasons so far and only had 2 third-place finishes. I'm not in my feelings because I'm not winning. I love it because I'm learning from the guys that are winning. What are they doing that I'm not doing? To become a better angler. So maybe one day I do start winning first place. That's the difference than sitting on one lake, not wanting to challenge yourself against other good anglers that might know more than you know about other lakes. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference between me, JJ, Lamar. Like, we're willing to go fish a tournament where we're driving 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and 6 hours to these lakes that we don't know nothing about. And learning how to fish on these lakes. Learning new tactics on how to fish on these lakes compared to going up the street, fishing one lake and saying, anybody come to the lake, I'm gonna whoop y'all. That's the difference, is growth. Growth. And honestly, I just think you're at the point now, since you fished Lake Houston so much and you understand the lake and how it works, that you're not willing to grow anymore. I think you're willing just to be, you're willing to settle with what the knowledge that you know, because it's going to work on Lake Houston or sometimes on Conroe. And I think you want to settle with that instead of fishing other lakes out of your comfort zone and learning more to be a better angler. He said, when y'all get a W on any lake, then y'all can talk crap. I mean, I'm trying to get a W now. If you give me half the time you need on Lake Houston, I can guarantee a W. Darian, I don't have nothing to prove to these boys. I mean, you're a Lake Houston guy, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm being real right now. I just think that you're not willing to grow anymore. I think you feel like you know so much knowledge, and you do here. You have a lot of knowledge on Lake Houston, hands down. If someone would say bet $1 million and 30 people finna go out to Lake Houston and SK one of them, I'm probably gonna bet my money on you because you helped dig that lake back in 1717. You helped dig the lake in 1718. I mean, and you understand how that lake works. You fished it for 46,000 years, and you understand how Lake Houston works, and I totally understand it. But what happens when you come off of Lake Houston? Can you do the same? You are an elite crappie fisherman on Lake Houston, but are you an elite crappie fisherman on these other lakes besides Lake Houston? That is the question. MC said, beep, beep. Devon to Devon said, ain't nobody going to stop me from using minnows, that's for sure. SK said, I'm sorry, y'all can't handle the truth. I mean, I've said it. If you get 100 people, 100 fishermen on Lake Houston, I'm probably going to bet with you. I'm going to bet my money on you because I know you know how Lake Houston works. But I'd be damned if I bet on you on any other lake but Lake Houston. He said they won't stop until you accept the challenge. Simple as that. He won't accept it though. Lamar said, facts. He would never fish or accept a challenge outside of lake he don't already have 500 waypoints on. You showed me your heart when you backed out of Somerville. He's a one lake wonder. If it's not true, prove it. Y'all know my saying. If it's not true, prove it. Just prove it. Coney Harper said, y'all wild, but I love the interaction. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it raw over here. Y'all jump on this line, y'all know we might end up taking shots in 2 minutes and getting wasted. Like we don't know. It's crazy over here. Slap Doc said, okay, I'm done. SK said, Lamar, which lake are you and Kenny a wonder on? I'm gonna show you I'm a wonder if you are willing to take my challenge, sir. If you are willing to take my challenge, I'm gonna show you what lake I'm a wonder on. I mean, I am a wonder on Sam Raven. I mean, I ain't saying I'm the best crappie fisherman, the best 7 big fish crappie fisherman on Sam Raven, but I guarantee you this: however many people want to go on the guide trip, everybody gonna have a limit when I leave. You can't do that on Lake Houston. You can get 10 people on one boat at Lake Houston. You might leave out with about 30. You put 3 people on boat with me, I guarantee you we go to Sam Raven and we'll have 75. And I ain't talking about no dinks. I ain't talking about no eaters. I'm talking about some 13 to 16. I have got it on 8 different lakes. Lamar said, I have got it on 8 different lakes with confidence. Can you say that? That's a good question. Can you say that? Devon 2-5 said, Lamar Harris, you better stop telling the truth. SK said, that was my first time on that lake. I didn't fish those rocks and showed y'all there was white crappie in that lake. Y'all was big-eyed when y'all seen those slabs I had. Now, SK, that was not your first time fishing that lake. Don't lie. And don't lie and say that was your first time fishing Gibbon. I already told you. That time I had to show you what a brush pile was because you couldn't catch fish in standing timber. Then you went out there again. Remember when your truck broke down and I had to help you out? That wasn't your first time on. Don't do that. That wasn't your first time on that lake. Don't do that, SK. Now, don't sit there and just tell blatant lies now. We keep this, see, on this line right here, on my line, we gonna keep it real. We're gonna talk a lot of shit, but we gotta keep it real. Don't keep it real. Let's keep it real, SK. Don't do that. That's the favorite saying of the losers in the tournament. I learned a lot, but did what you learned to bring the W. Why are you so scared to leave Lake Houston? That's the question I think everybody really want to know. We know you can do well on Lake Houston. Why are you so afraid to leave Lake Houston? Why? You in the second largest state in the United States. If y'all didn't know that, because Alaska is the biggest state in the United States. But you're in the second largest state in the United States. Why are you stuck on one lake? Why are you afraid to leave that lake? That lake got a hold on you like that you're afraid to go into another lake that you don't know nothing about? I don't want to just feel. I would never. I guess just because I like to see different stuff, I would never want to be a guy that only want to fish one lake for the rest of my life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. The 125 said SK is the Lake Houston bully. No, he's just the only person that fishes it consistently. We got other things to do. The thing about it, no, he's not the Lake Houston bully. He's the only guy that's scared to leave Lake Houston. That's what he is. He's the only guy in the Houston area that's scared. That is scared to leave Lake Houston. Add Conroe to the list. I'm glad you said that. He said he the Conroe bully too. Well, come on out. Bring your bad ass out there February 11th and show us you the Conroe bully too, you bad motherfucker. Come out to Lake Houston, to Lake Conroe, February 11th. You still got time to pay your entry fee and bring your bad ass out to Conroe. You got a good chance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I'm gonna always keep it real. You got a good chance of winning it because you probably got more knowledge than anybody do on Conroe. You probably got more knowledge, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm being 100 with y'all. You probably got more knowledge than anybody else do on Lake Conroe. So bring your bad ass out there February 11th. Pay your money because it ain't too late. Bring your bad ass out there February 11th, next Saturday to Conroe. And if you do by chance get a wild hair up your ass and you come to Lake Conroe, I can guarantee you we won't see you no more this season. Because the mother lakes, you ain't got nothing for them. You got to be in your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone and bring your bad ass out there. Bring your bad ass out of your comfort zone. Thanks for the compliment, Kenny. Lamar said, yes, I still got part-time. Several Lake Houston folks have reached out to book trips. Ha ha ha, I'll leave that alone. SK said, thanks. But like I said, y'all, I'm going to always be 100. And I'm going to keep it real. If you talk about Lake Houston, SK's probably got a chance. Even if you talk about Conroe, I would say on Lake Houston, he probably got a 90% chance of winning on Lake Houston. Lake Conroe, I give him a 70% chance. Because those two lakes, he put a lot of time in on those two lakes. Now we got 7 lakes at the East Texas Crappie Trail. Out of those 7 lakes, one of the lakes he has comfort zone, and that's Conroe. The other 6 lakes, he don't want no parts of. Crappie Red said, where can I see Hayden fish? Crappie Masters Facebook page. Go to Facebook, go to Crappie Masters, and they will be fishing from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. I hate that I'm going to be actually fishing, but I'm probably going to be watching some of it while I'm fishing because I want to see Hayden Jeffries fish, actually see him live fish. But they're supposed to be the top 3 guys that finished today in day 1. Tomorrow is championship day. Day 1, it was Hayden Jeffrey and 2 more other teams, which I don't know. But it's the Elite Series. And the fun thing about the Crappie Master Elite Series is you cannot use live bait. So, or no, like you have to use artificial bait. So it's kind of cool to see those guys. I mean, Hayden Jeffrey proved that he's just not a mental fisherman. He's that motherfucker. So it's kind of fun to see the elite anglers of Crappie Masters. Like these are the best of the best. Top 46 teams in Crappie Masters. I mean, in crappie fishing. Go against each other with artificial bait. That's dope to me. And so the top 3. They're going to be live tomorrow on the Crappie Masters Facebook page. We got some of the guys are doing well too. I know we fished in a tournament with Jordan Sanders on Palestine. That was the first tournament of the season. I think he's sitting in 8th place, so he has a top 10 finish. Lamar Bunn, I think he's sitting in fourth place right now. So I mean, those guys are doing well too. I always root for them if I see those guys. When I see Jordan Sanders in the tournament, Jordan Sanders, Lamar Bunn, and Hayden Jeffers, man, those three guys, I like to see them fish, man. They badass. So I'm always rooting for those three guys whenever they fish in some of these national tournaments. Chat Jock, what's happening? What's happening? Devon25 said, Slab Doc Lamar. That's a low blow for sure. LOL. SK said, Lamar, I would too if I could catch fish. If I couldn't catch fish on that lake. LOL. Sister Gals Fishing Adventures. What's going on? What's going on? We just talking a little noise over here, having some fun. SK said 25 crappies from Houston equals 75 fish from Rayburn. Well, you come out there and catch 75 fish on Sam Rayburn then, SK. Come out there, get your 2 clients, and y'all go catch 75 fish on Sam Rayburn then. If it's that easy, go get your 2 clients and go catch 75 fish on Sam Rayburn. I would love to see you catch 75 fish in a day on Sam Rayburn. Go ahead and go on out there and do it, since it's the same thing. Look at Mr. B. SK said, love that day. I was in those stumps with y'all. It was my very first time fishing that lake. LOL. He said LOL that day. Remember David said, real talk, Skinny. I went to Lake Fork and lost my mind. Back-to-back slab. Yeah, man, I know Lake Fork. Lake Fork is the Grenada of, I would say Lake Fork, Lake of the Pines, but I know Lake Fork is the Grenada of Texas. It's the big crappie lake of Texas. I've never been to it. I am excited about fishing it in April. That'll be my first time going to that lake. And like I said, I've only seen great things from that lake. I know it's a real stumpy lake, so I'm going to have some fun because I love fishing stumps. So I'm definitely going to have some fun out there. Cyclone Banner say, that's a lie. I was out there with you and the guy you called me saying you had a drone out. SK, that was not your first time. That guy was showing you spots off of it. There you go. SK's a cheater, y'all. He had a guy there showing him spots on where to fish on that lake. Sack Lake Bandit said, there was a guy that showed SK spots. Remember calling me, telling me about it? See there, y'all? You see what happened? Y'all see what just happened? Okay. Devon to the fire said, now you telling secrets. No, you telling the truth. See, that ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool, bro. SK says, Set, you don't know what you're talking about. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool. That's how you get it in and you bragging about it. That ain't cool, bro. Lamar said, damn, D, expose that fool. LOL. He heard he was scratching his head on Gibbons his first trip out. We all limited out on our first trips. That is true. We did. MC said, the truth will set you free. LOL. The enemy comes to kill and destroy the beep beep. Boy, see, the truth done came out. The truth done came out, y'all. The ones that MC, you need to stop, man. Look. Sack like Banner said, I do. SK on my son's life. You called me and you didn't know I had picked up. You said, if he pick up, dude, stop the cap. He said, pick up, dude, stop the cap. SK. So you calling people to give you waypoints and areas to fish out there? On that little old bitty pond. That little old bitty private lake that you call it. Because it wasn't private. You had, now that little old bitty piece of water out there. Gibbons is one of the smallest lakes you can go to in Texas. Well, used to. You can't go to it now. If anybody know who bought Gibbons Creek Reservoir, let me know. Because I need to talk to them because I want to go out there and catch me some fish. So if anybody know who bought Gibbons Creek, y'all Google it, look it up. Find out who bought Gibbons Creek Reservoir. If y'all can find out who bought that lake, and I can get on that lake, and I find out who got it, I just need to talk to them. Because, look, find out who bought that lake, y'all. If y'all find out who bought it, give me his number. If I can get out there and fish on that lake, whoever found out who lake that is, I would take you out there every time I go. and we gonna catch a billion crappie every time I go. I'm not even gonna say a billion, but we'll catch 100 crappie every time I go. I can promise you that. Y'all just let me know who bought it. SK is the dude. Is the dude that was telling you the spots to go to on that lake? Is he the one that bought it? The one that the one that you had the drone with, and he was showing you the areas to go fish it. Is he the one that bought it? Yeah, I didn't like that. And I thought they were gonna show more people than that. Texas Crappie Assassin. He said Clay and Ty were on the live there a lot today. Yeah, they were. They were. They were like the boat that had the most camera time out there. Clay Gann, he one of the guys that actually, he won the state championship last year. He came out there and won the state championship in the East Texas Crappie Trail. He fished it. He fished the East Texas Crappie Trail and he won it last year, the state championship. It was a 2-day tournament and he had over 14 pounds both days. Yeah, they had the camera on his boat most of the whole time. I thought that I think they were having some electronic issues or something on the rest of the boats. But tomorrow they're going to have the top 3 guys, so it's going to be exciting to watch the top 3 guys duke it out on that lake. I mean, on that river. Devon 25 said, SA Crappie Adventures. They are really trying to challenge your crappie skills. He said, Devon, it don't hurt my feelings. SK know we be talking shit, but we got some truth with it, but we be talking some shit. We're going to talk some shit, but we're going to definitely have truth with it too, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Danny Shoop said, excuse me, when are we talking crappie now? You just spent this whole live going on SK and he don't want to fish against you, and you know why. Hey, we talking crappie. We have 37 people here. Are y'all enjoying this smack talk? Because see, on my live, we going to talk everything. On my live, I ain't no telling what we might end up doing. We could have been just drinking on here, listening to the blues the whole time. I have no script. When I go live, there is no script to my live. I will say that. I have no script to my live. I don't know what my live might end up being or saying or what might be happening. You know what I'm saying? I just know we going on live, we're going to have fun and talk some noise. Slap Dr. Moore said, damn shame. Gotta beg a local to show you spots on Gibbons. Wow. It's like Bandit said, that's on my son. Stickum Boys Fishing Sports said, this live is fire. Let's go, Kenny. Well, we got somebody that's enjoying the live. I mean, we talking about fishing. So, I mean, as long as y'all enjoying it, we're going to keep doing it. You enjoying it, we're going to keep doing it. I mean, that's just what it is. Slab Doc said, on a different note, how are y'all catching them after all this bad weather? That is a great question. See, I told you I'd be having to read comments sometime before I say it. That was funny. I'm finna read it, but it's funny. AK said, I hope you never gonna win a crappie tournament. Boys, and enjoy y'all self. Y'all have fun and remember, y'all ain't never beat me and never win. This man say he hope we don't never win no crappie tournament. SK, don't tell me you in your feelings, bro. Don't tell me you are in your feelings. SK, don't tell me you in your feelings, bro. Say it ain't so. I'm coming to Conroe tomorrow. I hope I see you. And you better not be in your feelings tomorrow if you're on Conroe tomorrow. I'm going to come and pull up right beside you. I'm going to go. If I see you on Conroe tomorrow, I'm going to pull up beside you. I'm going to go live right then. And you better not be in your feelings tomorrow. You better not be in your feelings if I see you on Lake Conroe tomorrow. Can't believe that man said he hope we don't never win no tournament. Man, that bad business, bro. That bad business, SK. You been a poor sport right now. You been a poor sport, man. That's bad business. I would have never said that to you, man. Hope you don't never win no tournament. That's bad. It's funny though. It's funny as hell to me that you said that. Because now I think you in your feelings. You better not be in your feelings, SK. You better not be in your feelings. Texas Crappie Assassin says, Slab Doc, cast net work good. Look, I might need me a cast net to catch me some fish on Conroe right now. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of knowledge of Conroe because I don't fish it like that. Now, when it comes to the bluegill and the brim out there, now I have some knowledge on that. Now I can go catch some bluegill out there. But I've never just fished Conroe like that for crappie. I've fished it a few times, but a handful of times, literally one handful of times for crappie. But I'm gonna put my head down and I'm gonna put my best foot forward. I'm gonna try to figure some shit out tomorrow though. Slab Dog said, "Congrats on the new boat. You ready, JJ?" Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it, man. SK said Kenny's whole life was them panning on me beating the brakes off of them for years. Lamar had live scope, and I was spanking him upside down. Back to what I said, SK. You just said that you hope we don't never win no tournament. Man, you better get out your feelings, man. You better stop that. You better stop that. That ain't cool, bro. Chat Jock said that's why we love this live. So I'm glad somebody enjoying this live. Bud Crisco said best live on YouTube. Love the banter. It's a good bunch. That's what I'm saying, man. We just have fun. I don't want to be serious all the time. I want to have fun. So if y'all enjoy the live, we're gonna keep doing this thing. We're gonna keep going. Like we've been on here an hour 37 minutes. I can talk smack all night. I ain't got nothing to do but get up in the morning and go fishing. I'm ready to go fishing, so I ain't been fishing in a couple weeks anyway, so I'm getting up. The Lord say the same. I'm getting up and be ready anyway. Texas Crappie said, thanks, Slab. Can't wait to try it out. Might be ready by Merval. Cornell Harper said he loved it. Chet Jock said, best live on YouTube. Dan Schubert said, you need to take a shot, Ken. I might need to take a shot. Do y'all think I need to take a shot? Because I will take me a shot right now because I'm turned up. If I take a shot, I might turn up some more then. Because it's just a natural high. I have a natural high, y'all. I have a natural high. Just talking smack, I just get turned up. Now, if I start taking some shots, I'm really going to turn up then. I'm trying not to turn all the way up. I ain't trying to break the knob. I don't want to break the knob by turning it up. So I'm just kind of keeping that thing level right now. Devon Two Device said, it sure is. MC said, question for all y'all. A tournament is organized competition, not a buddy-to-buddy bet. So how many tournaments have all three guys been in? So we fished last year. I don't know how many tournaments I fished last year. Legit tournaments, not get together, but like real legit tournaments that really mattered, that counted for something. I can't. My got bad memory sometimes. I'm trying to see. The first season was last season, the East Texas Crappie Trail. That was the first season. So we fished Livingston. Then we went to, from Livingston, what lake did we go to? I think we went to Conroe. There's two. We went to Somerville. We went to Toledo Bend. Where else did we go? We went to Merval. Then this season we went to Palestine. We went to Toledo Bend. We went to Sam Rayburn. So I fished 8 official tournaments so far. 8 real tournaments. SK said, that's not what I was typing, LOL. Oh, okay. I thought you said, I hope y'all don't ever win a tournament. Okay, it was a misprint. Oh, I'm glad, man. Cause I'm like, I hope he ain't getting his feeling. I would never wish that on him that he never win a tournament. Like, okay. That you were supposed to be y'all ain't never won a tournament. Oh, okay. We got 2 third place finishes though. But we never won first place. I mean, you never fished in a real tournament, so. Texas Crop says, and put what you've learned on the trail to work, bro. You'll get them. You'll get on. That is true. I agree. That's why, like I said, I never say I know everything, because you should never think that you know everything. I think fishing is just like life. I think every day in life you should be growing. You know what I'm saying? You should strive to grow every day in life. And it's just like with fishing. Every time you go fishing, you should learn something and grow your knowledge. You should never get stagnant in life and say, oh, I'm good where I'm at in life right now. I don't want to grow no more. I just want to be like this. And it's just like with fishing. You should never get to where you're fishing and be like, I don't need to learn nothing else. I know everything about this lake. But what's going to happen when you go to a different lake? Chet Johnson said, this is like being in a barbershop. Straight up. Devon 225 said, has SK ever fished a tournament other than Lake Houston? Not that I know of, not of my knowledge. I don't know. SK, can you answer that, please, sir? Have you fished any other tournament besides? Because those weren't tournaments; they were get-togethers. But have you fished any tournament style fishing freshwater tournament style fishing other than Lake Houston? Inquiring minds want to know. Danny Shooter, take a shot, Ken. I think you need one. It'll help you with your nerves. Nah, I'm gonna turn up then. I'm gonna get crunk. I don't want to get crunk right now. Devon 2-5 said SK versus Cam YouTube tournament. I think it's a fair fight. I would love to see that. Two people on their home lakes, basically the only place they fish. Ooh, SK, you gonna call Cam out? I think we want to see it. We want to see you call Cam out. Texas Crappie says it's going to take 14 pounds on Conroe, just so you know what to look for. I don't know where to start on Conroe. Like I said, I'm going to put my head down tomorrow, and I've been studying the map. I mean, I work Monday to Friday. Actually, I got to work Sunday too. I'm really just taking a day to go fishing just to decompress. These last 2 weeks have been very stressful at work, doing a lot of work because of these tornadoes. So I'm actually just taking me a 1 day decompress day, which is tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to figure out some things on Lake Conroe, and then I'm back at work Sunday. But I'm gonna try to see if I can find 14 pounds. SK said one thing I bet on is regardless of the lake, Lamar nor Kenny will ever beat me. And I even throw JJ in there for good measures, LOL. I mean, would you ever leave Lake Houston is the question. I mean, you have a great chance on beating us next Saturday in the Crappie Masters East Texas Crappie Trail on Lake Conroe. You have a great chance at beating us. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you if one of our trail lakes was Lake Houston, you'll fish that tournament. Would you fish it? If we had a East Texas Crappie Trail tournament on Lake Houston, would you fish it, SK? Can you please answer that question? Devon 2-5. Lake Houston was definitely not real tournaments. No, it was not. Okay. SK will call it a real tournament, but you ain't getting nothing out of it about $100. The tournament we fishing for, you can actually end up at a national tournament for Crappie Masters. That's a real tournament. You go fish the cat tournaments. You can qualify to fish national Crappie Masters tournaments. The Crappie Anglers of Texas. If you join the East Texas Crappie Trail, you can qualify to fish in the national championship for Crappie Masters. If you fish the Lake Houston get-togethers, you qualify for a free 3-piece at Popeyes. That's all you're getting. You ain't getting nothing else out of it. And SK says it's not a real tournament to losers. I mean, what you gonna get, a piece of chicken or hamburger? You ain't getting nothing out of it. SK. We got a challenge, y'all. We got some smoke. Slab Doc Lamar has just put out some smoke. He said, SK, meet me on Summerville Sunday. Weigh in at 3 p.m. I smell smoke. He done called you out. What do you say, SK? Slab Doc Lamar said, meet me at Summerville this Sunday. Weigh in at 3 p.m. Let's see what he's going to say, y'all. Chet Jock said, y'all are too much. Danny Shue said, now that's a great match, SK and Cam. I would love to see that for real, though. He said, why are you stuck on Summerville? You got several lakes a lot closer. MC said, Kenny, I meant tournaments together, going head to head. I mean, they weren't tournaments, they would get togethers, but he's won mostly all of them, him and a guy named Butts. But it was on Lake Houston. He never fished nothing competitive off of Lake Houston. That's the question you should ask. Have you fished anything competitive off of Lake Houston, besides Lake Houston? I mean, he got a challenge right now. I mean, Lamar calling him out to Summerville Sunday. Slab Doc said, SK, meet me at Texana Sunday. He gave him 2 options. Oh, Slab Doc said, SK, meet me at Rayburn Sunday. He got 3 options. Slab Dog said, SK, meet me at Limestone Sunday. That's 4 options. Slab Dog said, SK, meet me at Toledo Bend Sunday. That's 5 options. Danny Schuber said, I can answer that question. No. Slab Dog said, exactly, coward. SK said, meet me at Conroe or Houston. We can do it tomorrow. I have a guided trip Sunday. You know what a real guy do. Like I said, anybody that's been on a guided trip with me have caught limits every time. And I'm sure Lamar can almost say the same thing. Me taking somebody out on the lake to catch them 15 fishes, I'm not pleased with that. That's just me personally. If anybody's been on a guide trip, I would love for y'all to chime in also. If you're gonna spend $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 to go on a guide trip, do you want to catch 15 fish or do you want to catch 50 fish? What are you paying for? Are you paying to get on a boat with SK, the Lake Houston legend? Or are you paying to get on a boat and catch a 50 crappie? Are you paying to get on the boat with the Lake Houston legend and catch 15 crappie on Lake Houston? Or are you willing to go to other lakes and catch a 50 crappie? I don't know. I don't know what y'all pay for. Y'all let me know what y'all paying for. MC said smoke. MC said, that boy said Houston, LOL. I mean, laughing my ass off. SK said, Conroe, Houston, let's make it worth our while. Why it got to be on your terms? Why it got to be on lakes that you know? Why can't you leave Lake Houston? And why won't you fish a tournament on Conroe this next Saturday? MC said, so no tournaments then. It's the same old story. This man gave you 5 different lakes. 5. You gave him 2. I got on all. Slab Dr. Lamar said, I got on all those lakes and your 2 lakes, sir. That's a real guy can do. Devon25 said, he said Conroe. Devon said, you paying to learn from the legend. So y'all want to pay to learn how to catch 15 crappie? That what y'all telling me? Or are y'all paying to catch 50 crappie? I think you learn more when you catch more crappie. Because out of 50 crappie, few of them going to bite differently, might act differently, but you're catching 50. Or are you paying to catch 15? I don't know. I never paid for a guide trip, so I don't know. But if I would pay for a guide trip, honestly, this is my opinion, I'm being honest. If I pay for a guide trip, I want to catch, if I got a chance to catch 50 crappie, I want to catch 50. I don't want to catch 15. Kim Burnett, what's going on, brother? Devon 225 said, Kim, there's a lot of smoke going on. Slab Doc said, of course he's going to say Conroe. He got a chance to go head to head. He got a chance to go head to head on Conroe with us Saturday. That is true. Kim Burnett said, I see. Devon 225 said, Lamar Harris, just let him have the advantage. No. Why you want the advantage for? Why you want the advantage? That ain't fair. It's not fair. Why you want the advantage? We've been fishing Lake Houston and these get-togethers that you've been winning for years. Why you gotta continue to have the advantage? You had the advantage back then, you got the advantage now. Bring your bad ass off of Lake Houston. You can easily come to Conroe next Saturday when we have a tournament, and you can get in, and all you gotta do is pay the money to get in it. But you won't even do that. But you're willing to fish competitively against Lamar on Conroe Sunday, but you don't want to fish it Saturday against other guys. Make it make sense. SK said, LOL, amazing to hate. You see the pics, you see them, 15, LOL. I'm saying, you see my pics? I bet you can't count how many fish is on that table. I bet you can't count how many fish on that table. That's completely different. You can't count the fish on the table with me. He said, yeah, but y'all done learn from the professional boys in those tournaments. Y'all keep losing. But why won't you join and show us how to win? Why won't you join to show us how to win, SK? We having a tournament this Saturday. And now, like I said, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real with y'all. All 41 people on here right now. I'm going to be real with y'all. If SK join the tournament and fish against us next Saturday, February 11th, at Lake Conroe, he got a 70% chance of winning because he's gonna have more knowledge than mostly anybody. Him, I would say, to be honest with y'all, the guys that's gonna fish that tournament, I would say him and JJ got the most knowledge of Conroe. So you have a good chance of at least placing top three. You have a good chance at it. So why not fish it? You know you like to only fish where you got the advantage. You know you only want to fish when you got the advantage. So you got the advantage at Conroe. So pay the money, and we'll see you February 11th on Conroe. I know we ain't gonna see you no more after that, because then you ain't got no more advantage. But at least show us you can beat us on Conroe February 11th. That's all we ask. Because like I said, I believe you got a good chance of beating. I mean, I'm not joking. I think you got a good chance of winning on Conroe because you're very knowledgeable on Conroe. You are. So why not show us how good you are on Conroe? Because it was on Lake Houston, I guarantee you'll fish that one. So come out to Conroe and oh man, what happened? My live went off. Somebody done turned my live off. My live back on. Okay, we good. Bud Cruz, I'm fishing the Reds tomorrow, Kenny. With you or wish you, man. I wish I was there too. I wish I was back at home at the Reds too. Man, I was telling Lamar today. I said, Lamar, if you would go to my hometown and fish the Ross Barnett Reservoir, you probably wouldn't even want to fish nowhere else. That lake, it's amazing. Like you got so much you can fish and catch crappie on. Got standing timber, you got brush piles, you got rock beds, it got the river system you can run up in. It's just so many areas you can catch, and you're gonna catch consistent 180s, 170s, 2 pounds, 2.5. It's gonna be consistent all day. The Ross Barnett Reservoir, but we call it the Reds back at home. Man, it is amazing. I wish I could be out there too, Bud Crisco. Dan Jackson said, y'all grind it out on Houston and go live with it. I'm not gonna do it. That's his comfort zone. He a grown ass man. I ain't put no grown ass man in their comfort zone. Get your bad ass out their comfort zone. Let's see how good you are. If you that good. If you as good as you say you are, get your bad ass off of Lake Houston. I mean, like I said, you got a 70% chance of winning on Conroe. I told y'all I don't got no knowledge on Conroe when it comes to crappie fishing. I got a lot of knowledge on brim fishing. I catch some hellified bluegills out there. But crappie, I've been in Houston 9 years. I've probably fished that lake 7 or 8 times for crappie. So I don't have a lot of knowledge on it. But I'm willing to fish against you next Saturday, February 11th, on Conroe, where you got the upper hand on mostly everybody. You have the upper hand on everybody probably but JJ. Because I know JJ fishes Conroe consistently. So you can at least have second place, if not first place. So what's stopping you from fishing it? You willing to fish it Sunday? Why not fish it Saturday against other crappie anglers? Divine 225 says SK catching crappies and go win that money, man, and have bragging rights for the rest of the year. Uh-oh, we got some more smoke. We got some more smoke. We got some more smoke. Texas Crappie Assassin said, he ain't beating me on Conroe. Let's go. We got some more smoke. We got some more smoke. SK, you said you wanted some smoke on Conroe. Somebody just called you out. Texas Crappie Assassin said, you ain't beating me on Conroe. And all SK response was, LOL, JJ. Now that's funny. Texas Crappie Assassin replied, let's go, big dog. Let go, big dog. What you gonna do, SK? JJ calling you out on Conroe. Now you want to see what I told y'all that's what SK be doing. He want to pick on people he know he can beat. He pick on people on his live about people that use a pole. He pick on people that use minnows. But now somebody picking on him and he don't like it. Take your bad ass out to Conroe and fish against JJ because he knows just as much as you know about Conroe. You don't have the advantage. So what happens when you fish against somebody that you don't have the advantage on, you back down. Mm, mm, mm. Chet Jock said, now y'all got JJ fired up. JJ called him out. He said, I'm over here cracking up over here. SK said, LOL, every day, a new day on Houston and Conroe. Well, somebody calling you out on Conroe that know just as much as you know about it. Why you want to go to Conroe? Why do you want to sit on a lake that you know you got the advantage on to win? To me, that ain't fun. We can come and sit on this lake all day and I'm going to win. But you don't want to go nowhere else and challenge yourself. You got to challenge yourself, man, to become a better angler. How you going to become a better angler, SK, if you don't challenge yourself? You got to challenge yourself to be a better angler. Slab Dr. Lamar said, next Saturday, prove it. Prove it. SK said, that's a deal, Lamar. I don't have nothing to prove. Come on, man. Texas Crappie says that he's scared of getting beat by a pole user. Ooh. We got some smoke. We got some smoke. SK, how would you feel if a pole user would beat you? How would you, the much you bash pole users saying that they're not for tournament fishing, how would you feel if a pole user beat you? That's a great question. SK said, I don't pick on nobody. I know the best way to catch crappie and pass the knowledge on. Some don't like it or can't handle the truth. So you telling me, I'm glad you said that. So you telling me that using a remote instead of a foot pedal is the best way of catching crappie in a tournament? So you telling me that you would rather use a remote than a foot pedal tournament style fishing, or just fishing period, and you guarantee you're gonna win? MC said, SK, every day a new day on all lakes. That's a fact. Bud Cruz said, getting messy up in here, it's a shot time. I'm finna take me a shot. Y'all finna make me take a shot. Man, fuck it. I'm taking me a shot. Y'all gonna take a shot with me? Y'all let me know if y'all gonna take a shot with me. I'm gonna take me a shot. I'm gonna take a shot if y'all gonna take a shot with me. If y'all gonna take a shot with me, I'm gonna take a shot. Slab Dr. Lamar said he don't want that pole smoke. JJ. SK. JJ said he gonna put that pole on your ass. So, are you willing to fish against JJ on Conroe Sunday and JJ got the pole? Are you willing to fish against him? That's what we want to know. Because we know you knowledgeable on Lake Houston and we know you knowledgeable on Conroe. So are you willing to fish against JJ, a pole user, on Conroe Sunday? I'll probably take off work to see this. I'll literally take off work and drive out there just to watch our fish against each other. SK said, I use my foot pedal. I'm more accurate with my remote. Okay. But that's not the question I asked. I asked, do you think using the remote is better than a foot pedal tournament fishing? Cornell Harper said, why don't y'all just join the live one-on-one video? I'm willing to see this. MC said, y'all about he said y'all about as messy as Kyrie Irving. Bud Chris said, I got my beer, get your drink. SK said, it's for me. That's the point. I'm glad you said that, SK. That's the point. Why can't the pole be for some people? You be bashing the pole. Maybe the pole is for some people, though. That's what I'm saying. That's the only point I'm making. I'm not saying you wrong for using a remote. I'm not saying somebody's wrong for using a foot pedal. I'm not saying somebody's I hate somebody don't like people using a pole. You shouldn't use a pole. But I'm not telling nobody not to use a pole. That's all I'm saying. It's for you. And that's what we were saying earlier. It really don't matter what you use as long as you catch a fish and you happy. Then you don't need nothing else. YouTube turning SK. SK said, if you tried the remote, you would see why. I did. It's just not my cup of tea. I like the foot pedal. I'm a foot pedal guy. I've always been. Let me go get my liquor. Let me go get my liquor. I'm almost out. It's about time for me to re-up on them. I got water. I'm pouring water everywhere. I'm back. Hey. Look, put y'all on some. My boy Y'all Candy put me on this tequila right here. Y'all see, I've been killing that bottle. I'm gonna take me a shot. I wasn't gonna take no shots today, but I'm gonna take me a shot. Hey, I like this thing. You can pour your shot in the top. See, you got the shot right there, and then you just pull that out right there. Pour your shot up, and then pour my little lime juice up in this thing. I'm only taking one shot, y'all. I'm taking one shot with y'all. Get my little salt. We're gonna take us a shot right quick. Give me a little salt. Ooh. The bottoms up. Cheers. Woo! Some good tequila right here, y'all. Y'all better believe this some good tequila. All right, we back. We back. Dang, we've been on this thing 2 hours talking smack. Dennis said, Kenny, you need to catch up. I'm on my third shot. It's shot time. I can't go 3 today. I got one in. I had one good one in me. SK said, for attorney, just catching fish don't work. He said, for attorney, just catching fish don't work. You have to target the big fish. I'm trying to give y'all a game. We know that. We know that. We know you can't just catch unless you join the ACT. Now you join the ACT crappie trail. They have the format like MLF. Every fish over a pound count. But yeah, of course you're supposed to target big fish. But how about you come out to Conroe next Saturday and show us? All you gotta do is come out to Conroe next Saturday and show us how it's done. You got the advantage over everybody but JJ because you scared the fish against him. But you got the advantage over everybody else, so you at least win second place. I know you got the advantage over me because I don't even care about fishing Conroe. I hate Conroe. I love the bluegill, but I don't care about crappie fishing Conroe. But you know this, like you know this knowledge. Hold on, yeah, I got water. I just spilled water everywhere. I was washing out my. Oh snap! See, I done took one shot. Nah, y'all had. I was washing out my well, I was rinsing out my shot, one of my shot glasses, and the water. My sink is right behind me. That's all. Yeah, but we know that, SK. We know that the key is to catch the big target, the big fish, not any fish. We know that. Texas Crop Assassin says, since he won't fish the tournament against me, we can do it anytime after the tournament. Not wasting my big fish for nothing to prove day trip. I feel you on that. I understand it. The 1225 said YouTube tournament SK. I'm down with it. I definitely do a YouTube tournament against SK. I told him I'll beat the brakes off of him. He ain't gonna like it. He gonna say he got bad service or something. He gonna say, well, I had more weight than he did, but I ain't have service at the time. Tess Cropper says, SK, you know we love you, right? Slab Doc Lamar said, backed out of three straight Somerville trips. Your new nickname is 3P. SK said, I can't tell JJ, but my pride and my feelings is 100. Lamar, SK said, Lamar, you don't want none and never did, LOL. You got me rolling over here. Slab Doc said, Mr. 3P, just gone and bag out. SK said, so you don't like Houston or Conroe? JJ just called you out on Conroe, man. But I mean, I tell you what, we'll show you how much we like Conroe if you come out there February 11th. You can fish against us. You can fish against me. Look, you can beat me. You can beat Lamar. And you can beat JJ at all at one time if you come out to February 11th to Lake Conroe. You can knock out. Look, you can beat Mr. 3P. I beat 3 of the trash talkers at one time. 3 birds with 1 stone. 3 crappie with 1 rod. 3 crappie with 1 jig. All you got to do is show up February 11th at Lake Conroe at Stowaway Marina and come beat us. Slapback Lamar said, I fished 1 million Lake Houston joke tournaments. You couldn't show up to just one Somerville tournament. Gone 3P. Grow some nuts. SK said, I'm asking you and Lamar why y'all don't like them. Just say if those lakes got y'all number. Be real. I never said I don't like Lake Houston. I keep saying that. I said I don't like Conroe because I don't fish it. I fish it for brim. I fish it for bluegill. But I never said I don't like Lake Houston. I caught my biggest fish ever on Lake Houston. I caught over 14 pounds, 7 fish. I caught over 14 pounds. You never done that on Lake Houston. That's your lake. You helped dig back in 1432. You helped dig it back then with Christopher Columbus and found America. You helped dig Lake Houston. I got a bigger 7 fish than you ever have. So I'm not scared of Lake Houston. But I will say this. I bet you can't show me 14 pounds on Lake Houston. To a person that you done spanked several times on Lake Houston, I bet you can't show me a 14-pound string on Lake Houston. And I don't want you pulling on the fish and showing your scale. Shoot a video. Don't put they got to be alive too. Don't be putting no weights and stuff in the fish stomachs to get them more weight. But I want you to go out there for one day, shoot a video, show me 14-pound stringer. Since you so badass on Lake Houston. Eric Taylor, what's going on, bro? Dan Jazz said, y'all fish Somerville a lot? Asking because I got fam in Caldwell, which ain't far at all from the lake. Yep, we don't fish it a lot, but we fish it. We fish it. We definitely fish Somerville. We used to fish it a lot before we got into the Crappie Trail. We used to fish it all the time. We done made plenty of money guiding on Somerville. We done put plenty of brush piles out there. We probably done put 30 or 40 brush piles out on Somerville. But yeah, we fish it. We definitely fish it. But since we joined the Crappie Trail, we've been fishing everywhere now. And it's fun to me. Just not being stuck on 3 lakes. Getting stuck on Lake Houston, Somerville. Honestly, it's amazing how much I was missing or how much I wasn't learning by being stuck on Somerville, Conroe, and Lake Houston because they all fish about the same. All 3 of them is basically a brush pile lake. And then when you get out of your comfort zone, you go to East Texas, it's completely different. Yes, you can catch fish on brush pile at any lake in the United States, any lake in the world. They got crappie, you can catch fish on brush pile. But they just fish different because you got other things. You got a lot of other ways you can catch crappie instead of brush pile. Which, I mean, you can go on Conroe, Lake Houston, and Somerville and catch roamers also. You can catch roamers on any lake. But it's just different style of fishing. You got that standing timber and stuff like that you gotta that you ain't got to, but you gotta fish stuff like that too. So it's kind of dope. It's kind of dope fishing. It's kind of dope fishing the East Texas lakes because you learn a lot more than just being stuck. I mean, that's anywhere. If you go fish one lake, 2 lakes for 20 years, you're going to go to another lake and you can be scratching your head because they might not fish the same. So that's why I kind of enjoy, fishing these 7 or 8, 9 different lakes because all of them fish differently, but all of them got something similar also. But you're learning more. To me, in my opinion, you learn more. The more lakes you fish, the more you learn. That's how I feel. I could be 100% wrong. But for me, the more lakes I fish, the more I learn. MC said, SK, how do we sign up for your tournaments? Who's running it? SK said they're going to start soon, MC. MC said, SK, what lakes would it be? What 14-pound stringer did you catch? I had right at 14 when I caught that 3 pounder during the tournament. Weighed on an official scale. SK, I do go to my YouTube. I had over 14 pounds. Go to my YouTube. I think the name of the video was Best Crappie Day Fishing Ever. Go to my YouTube. I had a 273. I had a 250. I had a whole lot of 180, 190s. And you told me that was an official scale. SK, that 14 pound, almost 14 pounds, you had one on an official scale. That 3 pounder might was on an official scale. But the rest of them fish, it was on the same scale I had. A tournament, a Rapala tournament scale. Don't do that. Don't do that, SK. Don't do that. Now, your 3 pounder, you might have did put that on an official scale. But the other 6 fish wasn't on the official scale. Don't do that. But I had over 14 pounds. So on an official scale, I probably would have had close to 15 pounds. Because most of the time on them Rapalas, you have a bigger weight on an official scale. Right? If you fish tournaments, you'll know that. So majority of the time, if you're on at tournaments and you got one of the Rapala scale that mostly everybody use the same scale, and let's say you got 13 and a half pounds. When you go to the live weigh-in, you'll have maybe like 1376 or 1380 or 1390. Most of the time you have more than what your scale is saying. Most of the time. At least that's how my scale is set up. That I have more weight when I do on an official scale because I fish tournaments. So, but I got all my proof on YouTube. I got me actually catching the fish and weighing the fish while I catch them and showing you the weight on the scale. So until you can pull out 14 pounds, I don't hear no. I tell you what, I tell you what, SK. If you can make a video, shoot a video on Lake Houston and pull out over 14 pounds, beat my personal best, I will fish against you on Lake Houston every day you want me to fish against you and bet you whatever money you want to bet. But you got to beat my personal best weight. SK said, we are still discussing Houston and Conroe, Somerville, and we are a few other lakes. Local lakes that you can be back home without breaking the bank. You ain't gonna break the bank to go to Conroe next Saturday. So why you want to fish? Because you definitely ain't breaking the bank. You want to fish, you want a tournament, you want to do a one-on-one Sunday on Conroe, but you want to do a tournament Saturday on Conroe. Make it make sense. You'll do a one-on-one, but you don't want to fish against other anglers in a tournament on the same lake that you ain't breaking the bank on. And actually one of the lakes that you're going to put in your tournament. And actually get a chance to win a little money. He said, that's what I'm saying. The 3 was a 3. Yeah, I never said I've never caught a 3-pounder. Yes, you definitely. I remember when I was there when you caught the 3-pounder. I never denied saying you didn't catch a 3-pounder. I've never caught one. I caught a 273 and a 250, and I had over 14 pounds, but I've never caught a 3-pounder. You're the one 2 to 5 that sound like a challenge to me. He said, LOL, he listed Somerville, please. Yeah, he ain't going to Somerville, y'all. So looking forward to seeing y'all next Saturday. Me too, man. I'm looking forward to it. I actually, honestly, I look forward to every tournament. It's fun to me. I like it. I enjoy it. And I definitely don't break the bank to fish it. But I definitely enjoy I enjoy the camaraderie. I enjoy the knowledge that I learned. I enjoy competing. Elton Hitchens said, just add him on the line. I ain't adding SK on my line for him to be scared to fish against us in the tournament. You bad boy, come on with Lamar. Show me what you're about. I'm going to be with Lamar Saturday, February 11th on Lake Conroe. Are you going to be there, though? Lamar going to be there. Texas Crappie Assassin going to be there. And I'm going to be there, Lois say the same. So why are you not going to be there, SK? Why are you not going to be there, brother? Why won't you be there? That is the question. Texas Crappie says that the camaraderie is the best. It is, man. And another thing I've learned too, like when we fish those little get together with SK is real tight-lipped. He don't want to tell you no secrets. But you'll be surprised when you fish real tournaments. Man, these people will let you know, like, okay, man, look. So the deal was I was fishing. I caught my big fish in 5 feet of water or 7 feet of water. You'll never hear SK do that, y'all. And let me just be real with y'all. SK ain't never done that when you fish on Lake Houston. But the camaraderie out there, man, you got a great bunch of guys that have a lot of knowledge on several lakes, not on one or two lakes. But they have a lot of knowledge. And they actually fish national events too. So they fish against the nationals. They fish the big boy tournaments. And it's kind of dope, man, to be out there with some of those guys that been doing this for years, fishing national and big tournaments for years. And they give you some little gems, man. I mean, it's just dope to me. And it's definitely going to make you a better angler. Yeah, he just said, ha. SK said, I'll be at the weigh-in and I want to see I want to see y'all with some biggins. I'm not, look, I'll put my disclaimer out here now. I probably ain't gonna have no biggins on Conroe unless I figure something out Saturday. I ain't putting enough time in on it. But I will say this. You meet me in March, on the lake we have in March. I'll show you some biggins. Bet you that. SK said, LOL, we always talked about that work. What work? No, SK. Don't do that. Fly guys, man, you done missed it, fly guys. We've been going hard for 2 hours and 17 minutes. SK said 11 to 14 feet of water is where I found good fish on my last trip. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna be in 11, 14 feet of water tomorrow at Conroe. If I don't come out there with no fish, I'm going back live and I'm gonna tell everybody SK will land. No, I'll just bull crapping y'all. I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, I'm actually not really looking forward to Conroe like that. I'm glad because it's the closest lake we have in the 7 lakes we fished this tournament. That is the closest lake we have. That's what I am excited about. That I don't have to drive 3 to 6 hours to the lake, like, because all the other lakes I got to drive, and it's a lot to drive that far and pre-fish. Toledo was like 4.5 hours. The area we was on Toledo, there was a 4.5 hour drive for me pre-fishing. Stayed overnight, came back home. Then I went and fished the tournament. Palestine was like 4.5 hours for me. So that's a long, that's a lot of driving. Sam Raven was like 3 hours and 15 minutes for me. In March, we're going to be at Merval. That's about a good 4 hours for me. Then in April, we got Lake Fork. Lake Fork is every bit of 5.5 hours for me. And in May, we have Lake of the Pines. Lake of the Pines is another 5.5 hours for me. So, I mean, there's a lot of driving. It's a lot of driving to do these. But it's the love of fishing, though. It's the love of competing. It's the love of fishing and love of competing. Lamar said, JJ, I agree. Our trail is a great experience going against the best crappie fishermen in Texas. The fellowship, the knowledge, the pros share is awesome. Should join years ago. More should join. I'm telling you, man, for real talk though. Real talk. If y'all really want to learn a lot of knowledge about crappie fishing and you love to be around other crappie fishermen that's dropping gems on you, and you love to compete, man, please join the East Texas Crappie Masters, East Texas Crappie Trail. And then if you do well in it, you can end up at the state. I mean, you can end up fishing the state championship, but then you can also end up fishing the national championship where you're fishing against the Hayden Jeffries, the Jordan Sanders, the Lomar Bunn, the Eric Kagels. Like, you fishing against these guys. So you actually get some out of these tournaments. So, man, it's kind of dope, man. It's kind of dope, man. But if y'all in Texas, y'all ain't even got to be in Texas. If y'all want to just fish the East Texas Crappie Trail, I don't care what. If you want to drive from Canada, you can. But if you want to join the East Texas Crappie Trail, man, you can, man. And you would definitely enjoy it. I promise you that. Fly Guy said, when the weigh-in and what time? We're trying to get SK to fish one of his 2 lakes that he fished. We're trying to get him to come and fish the tournament at Conroe February 11th, since he got a 70 to 75% chance of winning, because that's one of his home lakes, but he won't fish it against us. But he'll fish us one-on-one Sunday, but he won't fish us Saturday. He said slab for sure. That is true. Fly Guy said, I'll be in H-Town next weekend. Next weekend, we'll be at the weigh-in, man. Next weekend, we're going to be at, we got a tournament on Lake Conroe, which is right north of Houston. So we'll be at Lake Conroe. We'll be putting in at Stowaway. We'll have the weigh-in at 4 o'clock on Stowaway Marina. So if y'all are in the Houston area or y'all want to check out the weigh-in, SK said he's going to be there at the weigh-in. So if y'all want to come and meet SK, y'all want to meet Texas Crappie Assassin, meet Slab Doc Lamar, meet myself. We have a lot of other great anglers that's going to be there. Some big boys. Tommy Ezel, Rod Silman, Sam Parker. Like some of these guys have won, some of these other lakes. Frank Morgan, the one that put the Crappie Trail together. If you want to meet any of these guys, man, man, y'all come on out there. Come on out there. Stowaway Marina, 4 p.m. We're gonna do the weigh-in at Stowaway Marina at 4 p.m. on Lake Conroe. Mickey Wilson, what's going on? Mickey Wilson, you late to the party, bro. What the deal is though? SK said, "Why you are donating, Lamar? Good to hear you enjoyed the smoke up your butt from the pros. Are you a pro, SK? That's the question. SK, do you consider yourself a professional crappie fisher? Are you a pro? Are you a pro, SK? Crappie said, what technique will you use at Conroe? Same thing I always use, vertical jigging. Darren Jackson say, if y'all are in Central North Texas, join cat tournament. It says the cat, I'm definitely gonna be a lot of driving. That's why I haven't joined the cat tournament. They have nothing close to Houston. And that's what I don't like, because at least last year in the crappie trail, we had a couple lakes close to Houston. This year, we have Conroe, and the next closest lake is Sam Rayburn. That's 3 hours and 15 minutes. But the cat tournament the cat tournament is not made for nobody in the Houston area, and that's the only thing I don't like about the cat tournament. It's not made for nobody in the Houston area unless you want to drive 5 hours to every lake you going to, 5 or 6 hours, and I'm not willing. Them 3 and 4 hours be whooping me. I hate that I gotta go to the Lake Fork, and I'm glad because I want to fish it because I never fished it before and I heard so much about it. But I'm mad I gotta drive them 5.5 hours to Lake Fork. That ain't fun. So that's why I probably will never join the cat tournament, because I'm not willing to drive that far to fish tournaments. Not that many. Oh, SK said I fish Saturday. I can't fish Sunday. No, I'm out there pre-fishing tomorrow. I can't competition fish hell. I don't know enough about Conroe to competition fish tomorrow. I'm trying to figure something out. SK said it's awesome to see Lamar take ownership of that trail. LOL. Mika would say babysitting already, bro. I feel you. Fly guy said, bet JJ, text me the info on the weigh-in, please. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 o'clock. Hit me up, man. I'll give you my number. I tell you, it's gonna be 4 p.m. Stowaway Marina. He said, I'm definitely a pro and get paid well. So if you're professional, why you won't compete against pros? Because the only pros I know, they compete, but you don't. So why are you a professional? You're a professional Lake Houston fisherman. I'll give you that. You definitely a professional Lake Houston fisherman, but you're not a professional tournament fisherman, because you ain't never fished one, and you scared to fish them, unless they got a tournament on Lake Houston. They having a tournament on Lake Conroe next Saturday, February the 11th, and you scared to join it? You scared to fish in that, pro? If you are a professional crappie fisherman, why are you scared to fish against other professional crappie fishermen on a lake that you got more knowledge than all of them? Why are you scared to fish? Why are you scared to fish it? Darren Jackson says, anybody sponsored or on pro staff? Nope. Not that I know of. MC said, are you a pro? Beep, beep. No. Fork is an easy lake. Anybody can catch good fish on that lake. I ain't said nobody couldn't, SK. I'm not saying that. I just said I'm looking forward to fishing it because I've heard good things about it. I've never fished it before. I never said that Fork wasn't easy. I don't know nothing about Lake Fork. I never fished it before. Slab Doc said, we have several pros on our trail. None of them know you. The competition is coming soon. SK, the competition is coming because you have the advantage on the people that's joining the trail that you're in. Compete against people that you ain't got the advantage over. Show me you a pro, because honestly, I don't think you are. I think you're a professional Lake Houston fisherman. That's what I think you are. I don't think that you are a professional crappie fisherman. You're a professional Lake Houston crappie fisherman. But I don't call you a professional crappie fisherman because you never competed. Like, how can you be a professional crappie fisherman and never competed? You say you're a pro. but you never competed professionally against other professionals. Make it make sense, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Darren James said, "Hell no, SK. Fork will humble you quick, fast, and in a hurry." SK said, "Darren, from what I've seen, it's easy peasy." MC said, "Peter and Paul, I know, but who are you?" LOL. um, I wouldn't call myself a professional crappie fisherman. I don't think I've competed enough and learned enough yet to be a professional crappie fisherman. But I think to call yourself a professional crappie, I mean, it depends on what your definition of it. Can I go out there and put my clients on a limit of crappie every time I go fishing? Hell yeah. And that might make me a pro. If that makes me a pro, I'm a super pro. If SK call himself a pro because he put people on 15 to 20 fish when he go on guide trip, then I'm a super pro because I'm gonna put you on 75 to 100. So if that would make me I'm a super professional. But you talking about competitor wise, I'm definitely not. I love to compete, but I know I have a lot more to learn, and I have a lot more trophies to win before I can call myself. To me, that's the standard I put myself on, though. To win, I mean, I got 2 third-place finishes, but I don't call that being a professional crappie fisherman. SK says, "What do you think may matter to you? But on this subject, what do you think is worthless to me?" I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know what's your definition of a pro. Like, if putting people on 15 to 20 crop is a pro, I just said I'm a super pro because I can put it on 75 to 100. Slapdoc said, "If it's worthless to you, leave this man's live, SK. Bye-bye." Devon25 said, "Hayden is a professional guide and a professional crappie fisherman." So that is the difference. Now, you can be a professional guide because all you got to do is go get you a guide license, and now you're a professional guide. That's all you got to do. So, I mean, if you in Texas, go pay you $130 at Academy or Bass Pro, and voila, you're a professional guide. But are you a professional crappie fisherman? And I think a professional crappie fisherman are guys that go and hit these tournaments and win. And I would call them professional crappie fishermen. That's just my opinion. It's a LOL. Consistency tells if you're a pro. Some disappear when the catching gets tough. I can't agree with that. I think professional is the guys that compete professionally on a professional level. That's what I call professional. Now, a professional guy, meaning you just going and putting people on fish. But I think a professional crappie fisherman are the guys that go and compete. Said read Lamar Reed. I said on that subject. Well, y'all, I've been on here 2 hours and 30 minutes. It is 9:27. It has been real. We gotta do this thing again next Friday. Next Friday is the day before the tournament, so I'll probably be turned up, ready to talk some smack. But we gotta do this thing again next Friday. Until then, if I see SK on the lake tomorrow, I'm gonna go live again, and I'm gonna pull up right beside him, and I'm gonna fish the same brush pile he fished, and I'm gonna do it on live. So until then, it's your boy, Skinny Kenny, the Bronze Star Dead Double Salute, y'all. I'm out.